This video is going to be heavily censored on YouTube, so if you would like to view the uncensored version with the clips of the shows that we're talking about, please do go to our Patreon down below to go and watch it uncensored and with the clips popping up on screen. There's no way we can show them on YouTube.
This is going to be a heavily edited podcast that you're about to watch.
So if you don't want to fuck around with that, then make sure to go over to patreon.com/trashtaste and enjoy the episode.
Enjoy the episode.
What's up, residents of Alabama? Welcome back to another episode of the Trash Taste Podcast. If you're from Alabama, hey, shout out to you. And
You're the real G's this episode.
Yeah, you're the real G. Yeah, this is your time to shine in this episode.
So Joe, why the fuck are you wearing a top hat? That should be mine. First of all, that should be one of ours, right? That's
what do you mean?
That's an export of our country. I'd like you to have,
Right, and do I see you wearing one? No.
No, because that's,
Stolen.
I don't like that you've used my own culture against me. Not only have you taken the hat, you've taken it. That's a very good British culture thing, right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Just taking from other
I had
cultures.
no idea it was British
The
culture.
act of
What,
taking.
to steal things?
Yeah.
No. I know that's British culture. I didn't know a top hat was British.
I've stolen your culture of stealing culture.
Whether it is a British thing, a top hat.
I just see that and I think the Monopoly Man,
When you think, where's the Monopoly Man from?
Right.
Britain, you think, right?
No.
Yeah,
No.
come on.
I think
he's a
American.
British-
I don't
No.
think Britain.
American?
Like American 1920s fucking oil trade with the monocle and everything like that.
Anyway,
Comments know it's the UK.
welcome
Yeah.
back to Trash Taste. I'm your host, Joey, and I'm with Connor and Gon, as always. And this is a somewhat special episode, if you couldn't already tell. From the title, it is the long-awaited hentai episode.
Today we are not the boys. We are the men of culture.
we are the men.
We are the men
men.
of culture.
I will do an obligatory disclaimer that this is going to be talking about very sexual stuff and things in shows, and it is not appropriate for any ages under the age of 18.
I like how this is the one where we put a disclaimer on, even though other episodes we've literally talked about fucking awful shit already.
Hey, all I'm saying is that, okay, here's the way that we structured this. We all gave each other 3 hentai episodes to watch of our favorites.
Just one episode.
One episode of our favorite hentai each.
Whoa, okay.
These ain't my favorite.
No. I was gonna ask. Okay, so this is what I was gonna ask first. How did you guys pick your 3 hentai? Did you pick your favorite ones, or did you?
My point was that some of us picked some really fucked up shit that we're gonna have to explain, and just a warning.
Yeah,
we're not gonna show anything, but we are gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
So this is gonna be really weird to have playing in your car on the way to work if you are an audio listener.
Yeah.
We will try to explain what happens in the hentai, obviously, because we don't expect everyone to have watched them all, even though there's gonna be like 5 people in the comments that are like, yo, that's me.
This is gonna be the one episode where we talk about clips, and we can't be like, yo, Mudon, show the clip.
Yeah, show the clip.
Pull up the clip,
Pull
Mudon.
up the clip.
So so we picked 3 episodes for us each to watch. That was 6 episodes that we needed to watch in a row.
Yep.
I have never watched 6 episodes of hentai in a row in my fucking
I
life.
have never watched 6 episodes of hentai in a row and not jacked off.
It was super weird watching 6 episodes and knowing that I have to watch them in like an objective sense.
In like an analytical way.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm saying I busted a nut to one of them, man.
Really?
One of them was good. One of them was
Okay,
good.
because in my head I was like, some of these I was like, okay, this is like definitely like jack off material.
Yeah.
But it'd be really weird to just whip out my dick being like, this is a one that God recommended. Like in the back of my mind the entire time. I'm like, this feels
Bro,
weird.
I have no quams about that, man. Come on. What do you mean? It's not like it's Gaunt's work,
Yeah,
right?
I
It's
know.
not, Gaunt isn't the one drawing the frames. I'm not masturbating to Gaunt's thoughts.
Damn, God did a good job on this Gengar. That's hot.
I will say I feel like closer to you boys after this because like you have a level of friendship where you start recommending anime and shows for each other to watch. I have never in my life recommended hentai to watch for the boys and be like, the boys are gonna enjoy this one.
I'm looking forward to what they think about what I like.
I can't wait for the weekly discussion of this.
It's just like a next level of like broship and bromance.
Yeah.
Okay, so we all chose 3 each.
Yeah.
I was under the impression that we were picking ones that we thought were like our favorites.
So
Or, like,
the 3 you picked are your favorite.
No, I mean, okay. The reason was is that I didn't want to pick ones that were just like we would all be like, yeah, that's good shit.
Yeah.
Because if I selected like masterpiece, right, which in its name, it's a masterpiece.
Yeah.
You can't hate on that, right?
Debatable.
Maybe you could give me like a little shit. Debatable.
Yeah.
Wait,
I mean, it's good. It's good.
What are you saying?
It's not a masterpiece. I wouldn't
I
call
think
it
it is
that.
a masterpiece, Con. I think you're just
I
being facetious.
I
You're being
wouldn't say it's
facetious,
a
Con.
masterpiece.
After seeing the 3 hentai that you recommended, I can see why you would think
Yeah.
it's a masterpiece. I was just like, Connor recommended the 3 hentai, and I immediately was like, okay, I know his taste. I know what kind of man Connor is.
I love how like we gave each other like a list, right? Being
Yeah.
like Joey's 3, boom, Gon's 3, boom, Connor's 3, boom. I didn't even have to see Connor's name to know. I just read the titles and I'm like, I know it.
Okay,
I know
to be
exactly.
fair,
I
to
know.
be fair.
I know exactly what Connor is into.
To be fair,
Yeah.
when Joey recommends a list, right? It's all 3 Japanese things. I'm like, fuck knows what that is.
Yeah.
Gant recommends 3 Japanese things, and one of mine just has a porn English name, and I'm like, obviously, it's gonna look bad.
No, but not even like the Japanese titles. I was like,
yeah.
I don't understand what they mean.
I was like, I understand. I will elaborate.
Yeah,
But
because like I didn't pick my favorite ones because I was the last one to share my list, and it's okay when you have 3 hentai to recommend. It's fucking hard.
It's a
right?
hard selection.
because like, what do you go for? Do you go for like funny ones, or do you go for ones that would be good bands, or do you go for like your personal favorites?
Have
Yeah.
you nutted to each one on your list?
I have, yes.
Yes, I have too.
But
I
I wouldn't
would
say.
say
But
there's-
I wouldn't say they're my favorite.
Yeah, there's one I haven't nutted to, which was probably
I know exactly which one that
We'll get to that one because it's just like how do you nut to this one? But like yes, I have nutted to the rest of the ones on my list,
Yeah.
but like I wouldn't say that they're my favorites ones.
No.
I thought the qualification was like it's like one of those hentai where if you put it on, you always nut to it. I thought
I
that
mean,
was like
look,
the
I
in
definitely,
mine.
I definitely could nut to all 3 of mine,
Yeah.
but they're not my first choice. Is what I'm saying.
Okay,
right?
okay.
Like, because I didn't. Okay, so if I were to pick my actual favorites, it would be like a really boring list.
True.
Yeah.
That's
'Cause,
what,
like-
yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
like,
It would also be ones that like everyone's probably heard of.
Yeah,
everyone's
yeah.
already
I
watched,
didn't
right?
want to pick ones that are like too famous that like everyone's heard
Well,
of.
it's hard because I wanted to pick some, but and then the ones that I wanted to pick, I'm like, well, this is kind of sad. It's going to make me look pathetic. but I was like, fuck it. I'll just choose it. Fuck it.
Because
Okay,
I
which ones did you actually want to pick then?
If I would have, I mean, Masterpiece would have been on there. Man.
Okay.
The whole
Yeah.
fucking series,
Yeah.
man. There was some other ones, like I think, what is it? Like, is it Joshi Lucky? That one's pretty good.
Joshi Lucky,
Oh,
I
that's
really
Joshi
like
Lucky,
that.
yeah,
I really
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
love that
yeah.
one. There's a few other ones. Can't remember that.
'Cause
Dude,
I would've-
this is the problem as well because I watch these hentai. You think I fucking remember the name? I'm like, no. So I had to go through like all these hentai
Like,
websites.
what, see the image?
Like fucking, all right, I think this image is a good scene. And then some of them I would find and I'm like, I only like one scene and the other 3 scenes are really fucked.
Right,
Yeah,
Like,
right.
and like gross.
Yeah.
Then there's a few where it's just like, and if it has a lolly in it, I'm immediately like, no.
Right.
I cannot. Like, and I'm,
Yeah, because like I would have recommended like Monkey to Happening or something, but
Yeah,
like
yeah.
everyone's already
Everyone's
seen that.
watched that.
Everyone knows
like
that.
Yeah.
the summer wars, whatever the fuck, on the beach with those girls.
So, what?
Resort Boy?
Oh, Resort Boy. Yeah.
Yeah,
That,
yeah.
that was
All
another
the
one I was
classic-
gonna.
yeah,
put
Yeah,
as
like
well,
I
but-
wanted to recommend Rants as well.
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
everyone knows.
Everyone's already seen it.
Everyone knows Rants.
Everyone's
That's a
already seen
classic.
it. Yeah, exactly.
And yeah, it's I like a lot of mine end up being like just like wholesome vanilla ones, and I'm just like, this,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
You know, I'm just like this ain't gonna make
When
for us.
vanilla's done well, it's just good, man. It's
like
good shit.
because like there's plenty of like good vanilla hentai that I want to recommend, but I'm just like we're all just gonna be sitting here being like, yes, this is good shit.
Yes, vanilla is also my favorite flavor.
Vanilla has its place, goddammit.
No, it does.
I do also like feeling wholesome when I have a wank every now and again.
Yeah.
You know that is my favorite.
But what I'm
feeling.
saying is right is that yeah, vanilla has its place. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but you know, if there's a podcast episode where we talk about ice cream flavors, I don't want to talk about vanilla for 2 hours. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like,
right?
let's get the other weirder flavors, right? Because
No,
more to talk about.
We're not going to talk about vanilla for 2 hours,
Yeah.
but you know, I'm like, which is why I'm glad that when I saw Joey's list, his 3 list was like your 3 that you picked encompassed like half of the things I wanted to like recommend.
Yeah, yeah.
Or half
I feel
the
like
types
I feel
that
like
wanted to
I
recommend.
figured out Joey's taste pretty quickly.
Yeah.
as well.
I mean, like, I saw Joey's list and I'm like, I know what this guy wants to talk about because I wanted to talk about the exact same thing. And I'm like, I'm glad you picked these ones so I can pick other weirder
yeah,
ones.
it's gonna be
exactly.
another episode where it's like the 2 boys agree, and I'm here like fighting the good fight in the corner, man.
Yeah, we got the hentai Monopoly man and Steve Handjobs over here with his fucking turtleneck.
Oh God.
But yeah, so we're gonna go through. I guess we'll go one at a time.
Sure,
Yeah.
stop
And
one
then
yours.
kind of
Yeah.
in a rotation. So
Sure.
what do we want to start off with?
Do you want to start off with you, Joey? So
Okay, so what was my first one?
your first one was Tropical
Yeah, yeah,
Kiss.
yeah.
Oh yeah, Tropical
And
Kiss.
this was like, okay, I'm glad you started off with this one because this one epitomized everything I love about wholesome vanilla hentai.
Yeah.
Where it's just like this one was a good vanilla hentai where what I loved about it is that it had like relationship development.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was,
Oh my god.
No, I absolutely agree. That's the
I'll
whole
let you
reason.
finish your point. I'll let you finish
Yeah,
your
no,
point.
that's the whole reason why I personally liked it. And then, you know, not gonna lie, like, you have that whole fucking build up from like start to finish. You know, granted, it's not like an anime episode level of build up, right? Like, it's a generic.
In what
episode.
world was this wholesome?
what do you mean? What do you mean?
He literally like drunk fucking raped like that girl, and then he's like, "Oh, but no, I love you," and it's like, well, which one is it?
Okay. I actually
Because like, how could you sit there and be like, "Yeah, he drunk fucking took that girl's virginity," and then decides he loves the girl, and then you're gonna say it's wholesome?
No, because it's wholesome vanilla, but it has like this little bit of spice in it. Because so like
Rape?
well, that's okay. Like that's like a typical spice in fucking hentai. Let's be real here. Let's be real. It is.
That is like my least favorite tag.
It is, yeah. But what I put this in is kind of like it really reminded me of something like Rumbling Hearts. If you guys seen Rumbling Hearts, it's like a really melodramatic anime.
So should we describe what happens in this hentai first?
Sure.
For people who don't know.
Sure.
Joey, I mean, you chose it, so I feel like you are the best
Not
one
gonna
to-
lie, I haven't seen it in a while.
Okay.
So maybe one of you boys should explain how it happens.
Okay, so from what I remember, there are like two main girls, right?
Yeah.
And so I wasn't paying
Okay,
attention.
so it starts off, right? And I remember this because I literally wrote this. I'm like, I'm 11 minutes in and nothing has fucking happened. When will something happen?
That's typical hentai.
So it's about like they all work at a resort. It's not really told, but then they are working there.
it's like a pool,
but-
inside
and then
indoor pool resort.
We're not
right?
told why all these 6 girls want to fuck this guy,
Right.
Because there seems to be nothing redeemable about him.
Right.
But there's like
Typical-
6 or 7
typical
girls.
hentai
Yeah, there's like
protagonist.
6 or 7 girls. 2 of them are identical. So I was so fucking confused half
Right.
the time. So I'm like, why is there 2 fucking pink girls the exact same?
But it's like a different tint of pink, right?
No, and then the first scene is like her being like, "Yeah, I don't want to be with you anymore."
Yeah.
Right.
And then literally 2 minutes later, after another girl has shown interest, she's like, "Wait, I love you. Can we take it back?" And then he reveals like he like had drunk sex with the blue-haired girl.
Yeah.
And it was really weird. And
So so like the second episode, I remember the second or third episode, I forgot which one it was.
Yeah, here's what
is the blue-haired girl.
This is what I hated
It's the
about it,
third
right?
episode.
Yeah.
Because this episode, they build up what is supposed to be, as Gaunt says, a wholesome relationship between him and this pink-haired girl.
Yeah.
Right?
Hanabi,
But then
I think her name
in the
was?
back of your head, you're like, they've shown a harem in a hentai.
Yeah.
So you know he's going to have his fill in every girl here.
Yeah, of
So
course.
how does this story remain wholesome when I know the next episode he's going to have the exact same shit with another
because
girl?
this is the route. This is the one route.
This is the one route, and also it's
I thought it's all in the same universe, isn't it? It's all the same shit. Like
No, it's a different route.
But like, yeah,
Oh.
it's different route, but at the same time, it's like a developing story that's something similar to, I mean, I said Rumbling Hearts, but like more recent example would be like Domestic Girlfriend, you know, where they have like relationships, but like he jumps between relationships, and it's like it adds a little bit of like spice and context to their relationship, which I appreciate that.
Also, they like speed run introduce characters in the first like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm trying to fucking write. I was literally trying to write this shit down and I couldn't keep up because
Stop.
yeah. So then there would be like 6 dramatic scenes back to back that felt like I needed a whole episode before it to understand what the
Right.
fuck was going on. Because I'm like, wait, what? He loves this girl, but then there's this other girl, and then there's another girl, and then the 2 hottest girls we don't even get an episode with.
Oh, yeah.
Because I watched all of it, right? And I was like, fine. This is
Well,
pretty
you watched
decent.
all 3.
No, I went to, right? Because I was like, you know what? Let's see what the other episodes are. I want to see if they have the best girls.
Yeah.
which are
Yeah.
The 2 hot ones,
Yeah.
right? Because those girls weren't that hot. 'Cause I'm not interested in the fucking lolly. Skip that episode. Delete that episode as far as I'm concerned.
The lolly doesn't get fucked though.
Yeah.
Yes, she does.
Wait, who's the lolly?
Which one's the
There's
lolly?
2 lollies.
Which one?
Which is too many.
Wait,
There's a blue-head
Are we
lolly.
watching the same show?
Yeah. There's the blue-head lolly. And then...
Bluehead? She's
the
not a
fuck?
lolly.
She's not a lolly.
She's basically a lolly.
No, what are you
come on,
talking
bro.
about?
She looks like 12. Come the fuck
What
on.
are you talking about?
Let me get a picture of this bitch.
I-
She looks 12.
You get a picture of this
I've never
bitch.
thrown my top hat
She
away
is
before.
just like the
Tropical.
stereotypical fucking she's just a normal girl. How is this lolly in
me
your
Google it.
like eyes? Is it because like she has like average boob size?
Your standard of lolly's whack. Like,
yeah.
I remember her
What,
being
just
like
because
a
she
fucking
has
lolly.
normal
No,
sized
I-
tits?
no,
Like,
Tropical Kiss, right? Yeah, but then there was the brown-haired one, right? Who you don't even fucking see on screen.
the brown-haired one.
There's literally a brown-haired lolly who appears for like fucking 3
Okay, I'm not gonna.
scenes.
I remember-
Pixar didn't happen.
Because I remember there was one lolly, which was the actual lolly in that, and
Yeah.
she's like just not involved
Yeah.
in any of the scenes.
But the blue-haired girl
Dude,
is
she
not a
looked
lolly.
like a lolly, man.
No, that's from the fucking visual novel, and that's
okay.
also that's also not a lolly. You know, if you look
All
from
right,
the
fine,
fucking
okay,
anime,
That ain't a lot. Okay, look, you know what? Moon on. Put up
Too
a picture.
close for comfort.
Put up a picture of the blue-haired girl.
yeah,
right.
and put a picture of the pink-haired girl,
Yeah.
who Connor is calling lollies.
No, the pink-haired one isn't a lolly. The
Okay.
brown-haired girl, who is 100% lolly.
No, brown-haired
Okay,
girl.
the
yeah.
brown-haired girl, yes. The blue-haired girl,
blue-haired
is not a lolly.
It's just
Also-
like stereotypical anime girl number
It was
fucking
just,
5.
It was just the plot was fucking garbage. Like, it's like if I'm gonna watch a porn and it's trying to sell me on plot, which I don't appreciate in the first place, right? Like, you better make it good.
Skip the story.
Yeah, you better make it good, right? Because there are decent hentai plots out there, right?
Like
And
what?
this wasn't
Like
one
what?
of them.
Like what?
Well, we'll talk about it. 'Cause we'll talk
we'll talk
it
about
later.
Connor's ones.
No, because what I liked about this one is that it did have a plot that I could appreciate. Because
Appreciate in what sense?
Huh?
In what sense could you appreciate it?
Because it felt like it was speed running it was speed running basically a romance drama anime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was basically this hentai.
Also,
It was-
you can't tell me that like the final like fucking speed run of like sex isn't hot.
I mean, no, yeah, that was good. But then as
Yeah.
well, at the same time, when they were speedrunning, I'm like, yo, slow down. These scenes are great. Like, they're skipping all the best parts, man. Like, they give me,
It's like watching a trailer on Brad.
yeah, they give me 11 minutes of character development and then a 30-second compilation of sex scenes. Are you for real? Like, what are you trying to do to me here?
But the fact is, it had fucking character development.
Yeah,
in it.
exactly.
Because this, like, it's basically watching like something like Golden Time or something, right? Except the characters actually have sex in it.
It was Love Island with just one male. That's what it was. Like, it was, they were just all like fucking rotating and fucking, and then
Right.
like all the other girls had no fucking
So
personality.
wait, you didn't like the character designs or anything?
Yeah, the animation was really good.
Yeah, animation's great.
The sex
I
scene.
was surprised how good the animation was for like 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
right?
remember. Actually,
Yeah.
I think I commented saying like, yeah, the blowjob scene was good. I don't like blowjob scenes, so I thought that was good.
Did you actually like fucking review each sex
Yeah, I
scene
did, I did.
individually?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
I didn't even go that
His
far.
thing is
Man.
like blowjob good.
I said, God, this is legit shitty school days. Because there's like they were like playing up the drama between two characters.
But
and I couldn't
like
give a fuck.
let's not fuck around. School Days is a good hentai. It's a bad anime, but
God.
it's a good hentai.
It's a good hentai.
It's a
bad
good fucking anime. I mean, it's that. No, it's a good hentai. I'm
Wow,
getting-
was that a Freudian? It's a good anime. I mean,
Because the thing is, when I watched the School Day anime, it felt like I'm watching a hentai plot without the hentai.
Yeah.
So what would it be like if I watched the hentai and it's a hentai? Well, it's just a good hentai.
True.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Another scene that I thought was, what the fuck is the point of this? They all meet in the onsen to discuss who's gonna fuck him, like just as you do.
Because you need some spice, dude. You
I don't
some
need
drama.
that.
You need some
because
fucking
because the
catfight.
girls need to compete with each other.
Yeah.
And as we know,
But they don't want to
I'm gonna
hurt each
get-
other's feelings,
I'm
right?
gonna get shit for this. I'm gonna get shit for this. Do you not like a little bit of realism in your porn? Like a little bit of, ooh, that could be me?
I mean,
Because-
What do you
Is
mean?
it-
What do you
isn't that-
mean?
isn't that-
Because let's be honest, 5 women who are all polygamous and all want to fuck me and are totally okay with competing for that fact. I stress that goes a little too far on my imagination.
but isn't that the point of like self-inserting media?
Yeah, but then like if in my head it's got to be like somewhat tangible. Like that could maybe happen in a faraway land, right? But that like come on.
Yeah, I mean, like for me with hentai, I mean, I would say, yeah, this was like unrealistic. Like the harem aspect, at least, was like
yeah.
unrealistic. Where he needed to get with a different girl because less because it was realistic and more because you're watching a hentai,
Yeah.
right? And I guess my mind has just gotten used to like shutting off the unrealistic parts to be like,
But
I'm
that's
watching
what's
a
hot,
hentai.
though.
Huh?
That's what's hot when you can be like, that could be me.
Yeah, but I also have
God,
a really...
I wish that was me.
God, I wish that was me.
God, I
yeah,
wish-
but I also utilize just like my vivid
I
imagination.
can't,
being
I
like,
can't do that.
I mean,
Joe.
like,
I closed that part.
I enjoyed the relationship like development aspect
I did
of this hentai.
Yeah.
I will actually agree with you where it was just like, yeah, I do wish there was like less girls involved.
Yeah, put three, and let them
Yeah.
all like because there was only 3 episodes as well. And if
Right.
these motherfuckers knew they were on a budget, they should have done 3 episodes with 3 characters.
Yeah.
They didn't
because
know,
they
right?
left out on the
Yeah.
like the 2 hottest girls.
Yeah, because in this kind of in this type of hentai that I would like to recommend, I reckon like the optimal amount is 2 girls. 2 girls like like having a gentleman's agreement to like
Yeah.
have like a relationship with this guy.
Already unrealistic enough.
Yeah,
But-
already unrealistic.
I
But
could barely get 1 girl to agree. let alone 2.
I don't know, man. I just like to be spoiled for choice, you know?
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing wrong
Go
with
to a
that.
fucking brothel,
Yeah.
Joey.
I just like to be spoiled for like if it's like I don't know. I think the one aspect I like about like a lot of harem hentai is that like
We'll get to that with your second choice.
Because
afterwards.
the thing I like about harem hentai is because it's unrealistic, right?
Yeah.
So like I don't have to think like, oh, that could be me. I can just fucking use my imagination. And also, I don't have to like self-insert myself into harems, right? I'd just be like,
That's what's hot though, right? Like, and also, you know,
I
when
mean,
it's like five girls,
it's a bit of everything.
when it's like 5 girls, it's way too
and then you're
unrealistic,
also like,
right?
God, fucking hell, how much am I gonna have to nut to like keep this up? This is insane. Like,
I mean, let's be real. Every like hentai protagonist has like
maybe when I was like 15, I could
like
keep it
beanbags
going.
for
But
nutsacks,
yeah,
you
but
know,
like
like-
now I'm like, gosh, the logistics of the amount of protein shakes.
just to
keep up with the demand.
the amount of soy milk I have to drink.
It's like when Amiibos came out, this fucking supply cannot even come close to
because
this
like
demand.
I was gonna say this during like the second one you mentioned, but if we're talking about this already, I'm like, if we're going harem, right? 3 is the fucking maximum, right? 3 is the max.
Should we save it?
We'll save it. We'll save it. Okay, we'll save it for the second one.
We'll save it for my next one.
But yeah, like I mean, if I would recommend like a nice wholesome like hentai with like that I liked that I was going to recommend if I didn't see this, Wagial.
But I don't remember the name.
Liliana-san.
I might have seen it, and I don't even know.
Fucking, it's. I don't know how to fucking pronounce this. Hold on.
This.
Yeah,
on the screen.
my overall review of it would be hotter if there wasn't 4 hotter girls in it. 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10. Hey, that's still a pass.
Because the scenes, like the animation was fucking killer.
Yeah, the animation's fucking great.
But they skipped over all the best bits.
Yeah,
so
true.
it's like, what's the
Well,
point?
read the irrigator.
because
I'm not reading a fucking porn, Joey.
if I were to recommend a hentai that if you only want one person and you have the same kind of relationship development, Wagia no Liliana-san. Which is a hentai that came out recently, and it's just pure wholesome. Like 2 people meet, and they
Someone with a tongue girl.
no, it's the one with like the dark skin girl, and they go on like a date.
I've seen like every recent hentai.
You've probably seen this one. You've probably seen this
100%.
one. Yeah, and
Do you want the top hat?
I've watched like every hentai in the past like 3 years that's come out.
Damn. And yet, how many anime have you
Because
watched?
only like fucking what, like 5 come out like a month.
Yeah,
yeah,
true.
it's
really
not
easy
a
to
lot.
keep. It's super
It's
easy.
manageable. It's manageable.
This is what watching seasonal anime
is
used to be
peak
like.
seasonal anime.
Yeah.
There's charts and everything. They tell you when they come out,
Yeah.
man. Like I keep up, man.
That's All right.
So yeah, shall we get on to my one?
all
My
right.
first one.
Your first one was Shikoku no Shaga.
Wait, what'd you give his out of 10?
Oh,
What would you give it out of 10 as well, Jerry?
me? I'd probably give it like a 7.
I give it a 7.
Yeah.
It was decent.
Again,
was
it's like
decent.
it's good, but it's not my favorite.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to Gon's first one, Shikoku no Shaga, the animation.
Yes.
I've seen this one before.
I've seen this one too.
And I dig it. I dig it.
So the reason I picked this one is so this isn't like my favorite hentai,
This is
but
going to be a Geek video right now. It's going to be like, what if hentai is anime? Is what he's going to
no, but
Vsauce,
I
Michael,
feel like this one was just firstly, this could easily be like a fucking shitty Dororo or something like that, because this is basically just Dororo the hentai.
Yeah, I think I wrote, it's like if Mizone wrote Demon Slayer. That's what I said.
Basically.
Yeah.
But what impressed me about this hentai the first time I saw it was how fucking good the animation was.
Oh,
Yeah,
like,
I mean, I think we can all agree that it was fucking beautiful.
Yeah, like this is one of the few hentai that I watched, and I was like, "Yo, am I seeing some hentai sakuga right now?" No, like what's going on with some of these shots here?
Well, it's done by Studio 7 who did Rant. So it's done by the same studio.
Oh,
as
is
that.
it?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I
So
had-
it's like
yeah.
they're really fucking good with their animation.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, one thing I really liked about this one, especially, and like everything Studio 7 does, is that like it's, yeah, as you said, it's like the only studio that can do hentai sakuga. Like the movement isn't just like,
dude, there was just
right?
like I remember the first time I saw like the final sex scene, and there was this like point of view shot that was like super dynamic. It was like this one like fucking long shot. I don't know if you guys remember it.
Yeah, it was like the fisheye one, right?
Yeah, the fisheye one, right? And I'm just like, damn, son, you bringing out that budget for this animation
right?
for this fucking cum show right here, man.
Yeah, it was pretty.
I've seen episode only 3 before.
Oh,
Yeah?
really?
Okay.
And I was like, oh, she's fucking a kid. Okay, I'm not watching this.
Why do you always find yourself in that position, man?
Well, because he's a kid. The main character's a kid.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
main
yeah,
character.
Because and then like so this whole hentai builds up basically to them fucking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, I've got to wait 3 episodes to watch like a fucking half monster fuck a kid. Okay, I mean
they're all half monsters.
Yeah, they're all half
It's like a monster girl kind of anime hentai.
Know, man. The moment she said child, I'm like, oh fucking hell, oh jeez, it's so gross. I don't know. It was fine though. I mean, oh god, man, there's just so much rape in it, and I'm like, oh, inverted boner, 100%. There's so
for
much.
me, the one scene for me that like kind of made me go like that was it was during the last one where she like turns into the spider
and
or
just
whatever
fucking
it was.
bites his head off.
Oh no! Before that, it's like he's like, "Hey, there's an arsehole right here. Let me
He
fist
shoves
it."
his hand.
He stuffs his hand in
He's
it.
just like, "One punch!"
Well, yeah, his immediate thought when he sees this woman that he was a totally normal woman that he was just making love to turns into half a cockroach spider thing
Yeah.
and grows a big ass sack.
It's like an abdomen, right? Yeah.
And then his first reaction is to start fisting it.
I'm gonna finna fist this.
It's because it was like a pussy shaped like abdomen, and he was just like, okay,
Like,
there's only one thing there's only one thing to do now.
Like, I imagine like the post-nut clarity after that would have been monumental. Like, he's like, fuck, did I just do that?
Well, he had no personal clarity because then like 5 seconds later he's got his head.
Yeah, I typed Lamau, he died for the nut, Lamau.
Like pretty much this entire series, everyone dies for the nut. After like every sex scene, everyone fucking gets eaten by the monster and stuff like that.
What the fuck is, because I was not paying attention to the story, because obviously I wasn't.
Right.
Yeah.
But like, apparently it's based on like Japanese mythology or something, right?
Yeah.
And for some reason, like, there's
Based
ugly,
off like yokais.
there's like ugly bastards fucking these women all the time.
Oh, the
what's
snake
up with
women.
that? Yeah, what's up with
that?
that?
Scene was hot though.
What? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, there was a UB in there, but like the girls were hot enough to like kind of cancel out.
Okay. It's like a graph for me, right? Because this hentai like has the tags that I don't normally like.
Yeah.
But because the animation and the scenes were just so well directed and done, I'm just like, you know, like this. I wouldn't normally like this stuff, but man, you are putting out too good a stuff for me not to appreciate.
It's a bell
it.
curve for me.
But
It
feels like you're nutting to a trap, right? Like, it's trying to get you. It's gonna be like Chris Hansen in like 10 seconds, right? Like,
Well,
I
with
don't
the
know.
UB.
Yeah, well, yeah, because the fuck. Okay, why is I get it that they're ugly. I get that's the point. But
Yeah,
why are they so disgusting?
I don't
It's
know,
not even
man.
that bad of a UB compared to the stuff I've seen.
This is just like vanilla UB.
Yeah.
If anything,
This is all it was. That
I've seen some
I don't know,
ugly fucking bastards.
it's literally just Johnny Sins who gained 300 pounds. Like that's what that UB was.
Because like one of the opening shots, I don't know if it's the first or second scene, is literally like a woman being dragged away and raped, and I'm like, fantastic, great, can't fucking wait. Like, and I'm like, god damn it, God, why?
Although not gonna lie, some of the scenes like I really couldn't focus because I don't know who did like the OST to this hentai, but why is it like so good? Like, why is the OST so good?
No, that's the thing. Like, to me, this is the hentai with the highest production values I've probably ever seen. And I don't know why. I don't know why this particular hentai.
It's like, it's not hot enough to be like a good hentai, but it's also hentai, so the story's kind of wasted.
Right.
Yeah,
So what's the
like
it's like, imagine if like they did the Avengers but with porn. It's like, that's really ambitious and I appreciate it.
I mean, they definitely have.
Yeah, but why?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, which is why I always come back to it, because I'm just like I always look at this where I'm just like, man, I wish every hentai just looked this good.
Yeah.
Just like I wish this was more my taste, and I wish like there was more scenes where I could.
I don't wish it was this good, because I don't want to see a dude fucking fist someone in 4K. Like,
You don't want 60 FPS fisting.
I'm okay with it.
You mean you don't want anime MILFs to look this good?
Yes, anime milfs, but because here's the problem, right, with hentai, right? It's like 9 out of 10 ugly bastard rape, 1 out of 10 everything else.
Yeah.
And that's why it sucks.
And it's just like I've had to condition myself, because it's just like the best looking ones are the ones like this, where it's just like it's always the weird shit or like the ugliest fucking bastard in the world.
I wish. Here's an idea for developers. Please make a plugin that goes through hentai websites and just blocks out every hentai with ugly bastard in it. Please, I'm begging you.
You can make that.
Please, I'm so fucking sick of clicking on something there's like all the best tags, and then right at the bottom it's like mind control, rape, ugly bastard. And I'm like, for fuck's sake.
But like, I wanted to ask you guys this question, which is, can you think of like are there any like other well animated or just high production hentai that you can think of? Maybe not to this like this level, but like
honestly,
what are the masterpiece?
Honestly, no.
Masterpiece isn't even fucking close to this
amazing.
level of quality.
Masterpiece is like 15 FPS half the time. What are you talking about?
It's amazing.
It's
amazing.
It's amazing. I know why you call it amazing now after the 3 you gave us.
We'll get to that.
Which
I can see what the level of quality we have to like compete with. If you think Masterpiece is actually the best animated hentai of all time,
it ain't.
It's slander, and I won't stand for a second.
You know, this hentai as well had a budget because it actually had an ending song with visuals.
I know, it had a fucking ending.
It had a really cute ending song.
It actually had an ED. It went full fucking ED.
It wasn't just like a scrolling list of names that usually is, right? It was like, I was like, oh my god, visuals. What?
I feel like whoever directed this hentai was like, I want to make an anime. And
do you want to know who the director is?
Who is it?
It's this guy. I actually looked it up. It's this guy called ℌ亜𝔫𝔱𝔫 Takashi, who used to be a key animator for like a lot of anime series, and he's most well known for being an episode director for Naruto Shippuden.
Yes,
no joke.
Yes,
he was an episode director for one episode of Shippuden. Right. And I'm like, you went from Shippuden to this.
No, because I watched this and I'm like, this guy has anime experience.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, if you watch the 3rd episode, you know shit's real, where you're like 15 minutes in, and there ain't a single fuck scene.
I was like, wait, actually, like, well-directed voice acting with comprehensive plot and an ending song?
Yeah.
You're definitely from the industry.
Exactly right.
Do you want that in your porn?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, I don't.
Yes.
I don't.
Why?
It's shows like this and like rants where I'm just like, if I were to ever make my own hentai, this is the benchmark.
Why would you not want to push the benchmark of porn?
Yeah.
I like it low quality, so I don't feel like shame.
We know. We know.
No.
What do you mean you don't feel shame? Do you feel shame by watching something that's high quality?
When it's porn, yeah. When it's too well produced, I'm like, fuck. I can see everything.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
Man, I just, when that dude shoved his hand in there, I was like, what led me to be here?
Ignore what you are watching, but we're just like, if you imagine like this quality of production on like the shows that you recommended, on the hentai that you recommend, would you not want to see that?
No, I don't want that.
Why?
Why?
I don't want there to be a different. I don't want my anime and porn look exactly the same. I want a clear difference in quality. Always.
Why?
The same reason why, like, when they high res like fucking Super Mario 64 and like Unreal Engine 4, you're like, this is disgusting. Put it back to the bits. I like it.
You don't even play fucking Mario games. What are you on about?
But when you see clips of like fucking Zelda Ocarina of Time in like 144 hertz, 10K, I'm like, no.
I look at that shit, I'm like, hell yeah.
I'm like, put that shit
looks
back.
Fucking awesome.
No, dude, I don't want my porn like that. I want my porn always a generation or two behind my anime.
Okay, yeah.
I never want to catch it.
What the fuck was that analogy? I'm sorry. How did you actually compare low quality porn to making fucking Super Mario at HD quality? Yeah. What was that analogy? I'm calling you out. That analogy made no fucking sense.
Because right, sometimes the animation's jank, and I like that because it's like, thank you for reminding me where the fuck I am. You know?
What are you on about?
Because sometimes,
what are you talking about?
I don't want my hentai to look exactly and feel exactly the same as anime.
Are you like lucid dreaming while you're watching hentai? Like what? Like are you awake when you watch hentai?
Yes.
What are you talking about?
Do you not understand what I'm saying?
I watch hentai to keep myself grounded.
No. You want a differentiation between hentai and anime.
Yeah.
But I don't understand why you don't want high quality hentai. Yeah, that's all I want. I just want high quality hentai.
I look at something that's like, okay, if there's like this happens all the time with hentai. There's like a brand new one that comes out, right? Like fresh off whatever fucking site you're on. And you look at the fucking poster of it, and I'm like, this looks like it was made in 1982.
Yeah.
And yet you look at it, it's like animated in 2020. I'm like, what? Who? I feel like when I said I wanted to bring back the 80s anime aesthetic, I didn't mean it like this.
Yeah,
right?
I really feel like it's the inverse. It's always like god tier cover art for the new ones, and you click on it, and it's fucking Queen Bee.
Yeah. Well, okay, let's get on to you then, Connor. Yeah. Let's get on to you.
Let's get on to Connor's.
I chose one Queen Bee.
Okay, let's get on to Connor's first one. Mother Knows Breast.
I deadass cannot like fucking read that name out loud without immediate shame.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I've seen all of the ones you recommended.
Are you serious?
Yeah, yeah.
I've never seen any of these.
You've never seen Mother
Oh, no.
Knows
Oh, no,
Best?
I've seen the second one. I've seen the second
Okay,
one.
so
Mother
Mother's
knows-
No Breast. When I saw this name, like the hugest wave of nostalgia, like
Bro,
fucking came back.
it's a golden fucking classic. Come on,
no,
man.
it's okay. So Mother's No Breast was made by like Studio Milky, and
Yeah.
Studio Milky. You've seen the logo if you go into anime in like the mid 2000s.
Yeah.
Because it's okay.
Shit's hot, man. That's what I'm saying.
Milky is the queen bee of Last Generation,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
It is like the lowest quality. It's like it was like the only reason people liked
Yeah.
it was because all of the hentai was uncensored.
This is the first time I've ever seen a hentai uncensored, and I was like, "Shit, go back! Please go back!
Like,
Please
like,
go back!"
I could never get over the fucking details of their dick and vagina, which was just like singular color. It was just like uniformly one color.
Yeah, no, I think I wrote it down. I'm like, why isn't that like
You
like,
fear for what you don't know.
And it was just like the first time I saw it, I was like, okay, that's like a little different. But then as it goes on, I guess like the animators just got sick of drawing it. So
See,
it, like,
I-
by the end of it, it just looks like a desk drawing.
Because the fucking their genitals look like a fucking Ken and Barbie doll with a strap-on foot on it. I'm like, how does anyone get off to this in like 2020?
Okay, well, first of all, I don't really care about like animation. It's more like
Yeah, no shit. No shit.
As we've
it's
already
more
established.
about like the story, like because at the end of the day,
What story?
like not the story, the scenario. Sorry, like the porn scenario, right? Like because
Right.
you know how like it's always like okay, well, it's a fucking stepmom. This is literally like OG stepmom
Okay,
hentai
yeah.
because it's supposed to be our mom. But
Right,
if you
yeah.
like, I mean, you read the synopsis and you get a big like, whew, because it's not,
Yeah.
not blood related. So you're like, all right, nice.
I will say it like I remember watching this when I was a fucking teenager because that was like Milky, like there was Milky and there was like Pink Pineapple back
Yeah.
then.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
those like the two big studios.
You chose Milky.
And I remember because I was always conflicted because Milky had like the hottest premises.
Yeah, the premise is fucking hot.
Yeah,
as
the
shit, bro.
hottest premises, but like it was like I have to like will my dick to like jack off to this fucking
Yeah.
janky ass sex scene, man.
No, it is jank, but it's like it's hot. The premise is hot. So you're
But
like,
then, but then, like at that point, I might as well just jack off to fucking manga and doujinshi, right?
Yeah.
Because at least the R's good.
Yeah.
And
I need something to go with it. Little something. You know,
What,
a
there
little-
was nothing in this.
like
though.
audio and shit. You know, I need some audio.
What, like the repeated moans? Just
Yeah,
fucking like
yeah, I'll
moan.
do
moan.
it.
They were on a fucking soundboard. They were just fucking moan.
I mean, okay, it's been a while since I watched it, but I mean, okay. Here also, right? I don't know why. Maybe it's because I'm a guy, right?
Yeah.
Rape, I'm like, that's fucked up. Reverse rape,
yeah.
I'm like, all right, now you're talking.
we'll get into that. But yeah,
Because I don't know if it's because I'm a guy. And to me, I think it's like not so much as reverse rape as like I see that character, but it's more like I guess like I said, like it's envisioning yourself in the scenario.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
And obviously in my head, if I'm in that situation, it's
yeah.
not,
I mean,
it's
like
not gonna be
like,
that.
Right.
we ain't rapists, right?
Gotta get that out there.
Yeah, let's just point that out. Let's just get that out.
Let's just
there,
get that
but-
out there. That-
Which is like weird because I'm so conflicted because I see rape normally in a lot of hentai.
No,
and
I
I'm
don't
like, it's
find- I don't-
disgusting.
I don't
find
It's
that
like,
hot.
it's
I don't
vile.
find that hot.
But then reverse, and I'm like, now you're talking. Now I'm listening. My ears, you know, because it's like, yeah, like I said, it's my.
You know what's the one thing I hated about this one though?
What?
Is the fact that the sister's name is Oshino Shinobu, which is literally the same name as that.
I didn't even like.
It's
connect those
literally
dots.
the same name.
I wish he wasn't such a little bitch as well.
She's so aggravating.
Both of them
And
are
yet
little
she
bits,
has
yeah.
my waifu's name. So I'm just like, I'm conflicted. Yeah, but
I just thought. I mean, okay. I mean, it's no. I mean, when you see all my list, I think older women are hot as shit, right? We all
You
know
don't
that.
say.
We all know that, right?
I'm gonna throw in a curveball for this one. I actually ended up watching the dub for this one.
Oh shit! I haven't watched the dub.
is
Have
it
you
how
not?
is it?
It was like okay, it was surprising, right? Because like
There's a dub. I didn't even know.
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, because the reason I know this is because like every Milky
Has a dub.
Every Milky anime or hentai had a dub back in the day.
Right.
And it was surprising to see how okay the mum was actually pretty good in
Really?
the dub.
Really?
But
Shit.
then like the main protagonist was like Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh gosh! I wish my mom wouldn't fuck me.
Here I come.
So it was really jarring hearing like a really hot older like mum character have really good like voice acting, and then just like Sonic the Hedgehog
What is it with all
moaning in
these
the background.
90s?
I don't know what it is, right? But if you throw in a bath scene in there, it's like immediately 10 times hotter. A bath or a nonsense scene, I'm like 10 times hotter.
Yeah, not gonna lie, like when it got to the bath scene, like that was when I kind of just lost interest, to be honest.
That's when I was like, now it's getting interesting.
No, because like, okay, the bath scene was just like, for me, was just excruciatingly long. Like it felt like it went on forever. Not to mention,
That's why I liked it.
Not to mention, it was a flashback. Anyway,
Well, I don't fucking remember.
Okay.
The fucking noise that the flashback.
There was one scene that really like I burst out laughing when I saw
okay,
it.
you got to bear in mind, I don't fucking remember the last time I watched it.
So there was a scene where she was like fucking like their stepdad or something, and then these three kids were just fucking watching this take place.
I remember this.
And they were like engrossed with it, like a fucking episode of Pokemon was on or something like that. They were just like watching the entire thing with a fucking smile.
Literally the opening scenes of the anime is that
They're
scene.
watching it,
And the kids are just like, how do they write it?
They're just like.
Yeah, it's literally just colon capital T. Like that was the face. I was like,
I can understand watching it as a kid, being like, "What are they doing?" But being like, "Whoa!"
Yeah, but the sister was just like way too happy. It was just like,
and then like the kid brother comes in at the time, and he's just like, "What's going on?" And then he joins in as well. So it's just like me and the girls watching my mum have sex. No biggie, just a normal thing.
Also, not gonna lie, the color of that boy's jizz is like worryingly yellow. You know, like
that's all milky anime.
I watched that. I was like, oh, dude, you gotta drink some milk or something, man. Like that.
It's one of those things where it's like, I know that I was gonna get shit because I'm like, it's fucking called Mother Knows Breast, for fuck's sake. Like,
I don't think that's the worst part of the hentai.
That's not. There's a lot of bad things to it, but
No.
I just overall I thought it was pretty. You know, I liked it. And also the comments were hilarious.
Yeah, yeah.
There was like loads of comments that were like, that fucking kid doesn't realize how lucky he is.
Wait, what?
Yeah, there's literally really? Yeah.
You look at who wrote it, it's like C-Dog VA.
God, I wish that would be.
I mean, like it's one like I look at every milky anime, and this one's no different. Where it's normally I want hentai to be uncensored. With milky anime, man, I fucking wish it was censored.
Yeah,
I wish I could
have
have
seen
seen
the first time where I was like, I wish I didn't see the penis.
I just don't really think about it. Like I don't.
It's just so crudely drawn.
I want high quality hentai.
Do you want to look at the dick?
Well, no, that's because that's why it's censored.
Yeah, but it's like when you're watching like normal porn, I hate it when they cut to a shot of like just the shaft, and I'm like, why? Why are you showing that? Like, what is this? What is this shot? You know,
I'd never really thought of it that
I
way.
would like to see good details from like both sides.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just the dick. It's not just the dick, but it's just I don't know that you talked about hentai being like too high quality, bringing you out of it. If hentai is too low quality, that brings me out of it.
That could have been a Roblox dick, and it wouldn't have changed anything for me. Legit, like it would have been the same experience.
I also love. I wrote down here. I said I love how the guy contemplates castration instead of just saying no to the mom.
Yeah, that was funny.
He's just like, should I just like get a castration? I'm like, you can say no, bro. Like, it's just a matter of going, excuse me, no.
I think a lot of people would be like, well, you kind of, you know, he's a kid. I don't fucking know how old he is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, my favorite line in the entire first episode is when the mom, I think, is like banging the stepdad, and she says, "Bang me so that my pubic hairs wear out." That's a real line. Someone subtitled that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, this is just like peak mid 2000s shitty hentai. It has like all the callings of just like it's just very average.
I just wish there was a plot with like, I don't know.
I mean, I would rather have read the source material for this if that was source material.
Yeah.
I would rather read this with higher quality arts than watch the shitty animation. And it wasn't just shitty animation. They used like the technique back then of just like using like the same repeated animations. So it just looked like the sex was taking place in the deja vu dimension. You know what I mean? It was just like the same two frames.
It's the same cut, but it's just zoomed into the face or not.
Yeah,
you know
exactly.
I mean? And then it's like, let's do like a slow zoom out to reveal that it's the exact same shot.
I just like the mother character, man.
You're just into MILF.
Yeah, you're just into MILFs.
I am. You got me. You got me.
You got me there.
You got me, gamers.
You got me there. But I don't know. The animation, it's alone, just kind of. It wasn't for me, man. It wasn't for me.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I appreciated this more when I was fucking 17 or whatever.
Yeah, I think it was one of those things where I watched it like 4 or 5 years ago, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is so hot."
But I feel like if I watched it like back in the day,
then
I would have had a little bit more appreciation.
I mean,
for it.
I think it's like peak teenager like Dude, that's hot.
Yeah.
Even then, because back in the day, this had to compete with shit like Bible Black. And
I guess so.
Sure. I think I would have rather watched Bible Black.
Yeah,
to be honest,
most of the time I did fucking watch Bible Black, and it was like one of the few times where it was always the scenario that kept me coming back to milky hentai, because God, that animation was just like such a instant fucking softy, man.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah.
All right,
I know, it's the premise, man. The premise got me.
And fair enough. Should we go on to the second one? My second one?
Sure.
What was it? Harem Time, the animation,
Harem
right?
Time, the animation.
Can you guess what it's about?
Okay.
Yeah,
I know exactly why you picked
I've seen this
one.
before as well.
Yeah, I haven't seen this in a very, very long time.
Yeah.
But I'm a huge fan of I forgot the guy who made it, but like
Tosh.
the original Tosh. That's
Tosh.
it. Yeah, I'm a fan of Tosh's stuff. So like
Yeah.
I love the doujin of this, and I'm like, thank God they kept the art style, because like that's my number one favorite.
So
thing about
the
Tosh
premise
stuff.
was that this guy wakes up and he needs to find an heir.
Yeah, because he's like a king or a lord
a
or something.
billionaire.
Yeah.
So
So,
they
he
bring-
needs to make an heir, which is like typical hentai plot 101.
Yep.
You need to make an heir. Here are a bunch of females who you can possibly make an heir with.
And there's like 2 hot ones, there's 2 okay ones, and there's a fucking lolly. And it's like, for fuck's sake. And of course, and then so they all just start fucking, and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
all right, fine,
Now-
all right.
No,
It's a no bullshit one.
Yeah,
right? It's
yeah.
just like straight to
but
the
like,
point.
okay, it was like I was saying earlier. Like, when is a harem too much?
Right.
Because for me, anything after 3 is just like that. That's when I think it's too much.
Right.
You know, 2 is a nice choice. 3 is pushing it. 4, it's a time management problem. You know, like.
Some days, right, I'm not going to lie, I struggle to, like, you know, even take care of myself. What makes you think I would take care of 5 fucking women on top
Well,
of that? Are you
that's
kidding
because you're trying to look at this in a realistic aspect.
I
It is
see what
clearly
God sees. I
not
see
realistic.
stress.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Don't look at it as if that's me. Just
No,
look at it as if
okay.
like there's a dude who's
Okay,
fucking a bunch of girls.
I'm
That's
not a
hot.
cuck,
No, no.
Joey. I
Here's-
want it to be me.
I don't care. I don't even care about realism. What I care about is material, because when you have a harem, you can only have like so much screen time for one girl.
Right.
And we've all read the fucking harem doujinshis, where it's like you're fucking like 5 to 7 girls,
Yeah.
and every girl gets one page,
Yeah.
one page,
One
and then I'm like,
personality, yeah.
how can I be satisfied with just 1 page per girl?
Hi, I'm
You know?
blonde hair girl with big tits. Hi, I'm small hair girl with small tits. That's like,
Yeah, and they fit like 3 different positions on like 1 page, and I'm just like, this is just speed running sex now. Like this like there's no fucking foreplay, there's no anything. You're just getting straight into it.
Again, I like to be spoiled for choice. All right, like sometimes you know, like that's the thing though. It's like I can always go back to harem time and be like, all right, well maybe if I just want to focus on one girl, then I will focus on
Too
one
much
girl.
it was. You give me like 5 girls, give me like 1 episode per
And
girl.
it's always-
It needs to be 1 episode per girl, and then maybe 1 harem episode at the end, which I don't give a shit about, because
Right.
it's all about the 1 episode per girl. That's
Right.
that's
That's fair. That's fair.
That is my structure. I need structure in my hentai,
Yeah,
and that is
then
the
also
structure.
when you're watching a harem, right? The one thing I fucking hate is like, you know, when you know I'm enjoying a scene with a particular girl,
Yeah.
and then it cuts the fucking lolly, and I'm like, well, there goes it. There goes it. What am I supposed to do now? It's all over. You're like, because it's not 1 episode, you're constantly like having to fucking be like, all right, this scene's good. Go, 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 go. It's go time. You know, because you don't want to nut accidentally on the lolly, because you fucking like, fuck, FBI's knocking on the door.
just imagine that it's a MILF.
No, what the fuck?
Just imagine that it's like a small tit MILF.
Your Honor, I imagined that it was a MILF. I plead the 6th, which is imagining that it's a MILF.
I could
that what the 6th is?
I could just imagine you watching like this harem time, and you just like fucking timestamp everything. It's just like, okay,
You download the episode. You cut out the lolly.
1528 lolly scene, skip. Okay, 1720 nuts here. On the MILF looking character?
I put minus 100 points for having a lolly in it.
Oh my god.
Also, why was the side plot better than the main plot?
What do you mean?
Like, what the fuck was that? What was this
Oh,
girl?
with the mom and the sister.
No. Like, they just
Oh,
cut
no, that's
Oh, yeah. With the one where it was the girl that he fell in love with originally.
in school, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Who eventually joins the harem, right?
Yeah.
but
that was better than
That was
the actual
better than
harem.
the
Yeah,
actual
it was.
harem, dude.
Yeah.
That shit was hot as fuck.
Because it's
No,
one.
that seems hot. That
It
seems hot.
was 1-on-1. You got some character development there.
Yeah.
You got an actual relationship, and then she joins the harem, and I'm just like, it's ruined.
Yeah. And then she's like, ooh, I don't know. And then she's like, I hate it, right? When the girls are like, oh no, I don't know. And then the moment they start fucking, they start doing like triple suplex fuck positions. And it's like, what the fuck?
It's like, JK, I've read the Kama Sutra.
Yeah, she starts like fucking throwing him over his head. Like, what the fuck is happening?
I just love when she was like, ooh, I don't know. And the other girls were just like, haha, let's see about that. And they just start stripping her.
So dominant.
Let's just start like ramming her into them. And it's like, whoa.
No, but like, I'm guessing you picked this one. I mean, have you seen were you like more of a fan of the source material, or were you more of a fan of the actual adaptation?
Do you just fucking love harems?
I do like harems.
I saw these two shows. I'm like, is Joey a harem guy?
I like my harems, man. Like, look, I've always, even with like the non non hentai like doujin like manga and stuff like that. Like any ecchi manga,
it just feels like ADHD porn. Like I can't fucking focus. I'm like, what's going on here?
I like to be spoiled for choice.
I'm like, what's all this
It's not about being spoiled for choice. It's about having like a sufficient amount of time to get invested in one girl and enjoy.
If I wanted to be invested in one girl, I would read a romance story.
No.
That's what that's for.
No.
Yes.
No, come off it. No.
I don't read the harem to be like, yes, I'm going to care about this one girl and one girl only. That completely goes against harems. If I want to care about one girl, if I wanted to pick, all right, I want this girl to get with the main guy and have this like beautiful romantic relationship, all this character development, I'd read a romance manga. That's what that's for. A harem is not... You're not supposed to read a harem to fucking get invested in one girl.
I disagree.
Even in fucking harem manga, they pick a girl,
yeah,
Joey.
the whole point...
Not all harem manga does that.
The whole point of this harem was to choose one of them to fucking have the
There's a winning girl, and there's a reason we fight over best girl. It's because the best girl... we only want one girl.
Not all harems, though, have a best girl.
Also, I'm not going to... For me, do you think the harem is like kind of spoiled when they're all just in on it and like happy with the situation?
Yeah.
I like it when they're like...
I like it when they're fighting for each other.
When there's... Yeah, and you know...
there needs to be some fucking spice. If everyone's like happy...
Yeah, it's bullshit, man. Come on. The best part is like half the danger, man. That's why School Days was semi-good at times. It's like, yo, you got to get his dick chopped off, man. Psych.
I don't know. I like to play games in easy mode.
There's no stakes.
I like my vanilla, but vanilla harems is just like, that's too easy mode.
Yeah,
right.
I agree.
Yeah, but that's why I don't read vanilla harems.
I need some spice in there.
That's like saying, yeah, I'm a gamer and go play Cookie Clicker. It's like, what are you doing? It's just like the easiest fucking mode. Come on. I hate it, Joey. It was boring and it wasted my time.
I mean, look, at least I can say that's better animated than fucking Mother Knows Breast.
Listen, I will. That is a masterpiece of storytelling.
I
Did I pick that as kind of a troll a little bit?
Yeah,
probably. I do want to mention Tosh again though, because I feel like that's the reason you picked this. Because Tosh is like this legendary doujinshi artist who went on to make Shokugeki no Soma. He was the artist for that, wasn't he? So like I remember watching this, and I remember I've never seen Harem Time before.
Oh, they fucking look like Shokugeki no Soma sometimes.
Yeah. That's the reason why, because it's the same artist.
Huh.
Yeah.
And I remember, because I've never watched this actual anime before, but the doujin is fucking god tier.
Yeah.
And like I fucking hate harem doujins, but like his art carries this so much.
Oh, I'm saying.
And it was really weird watching this adaptation, because it just reminded me why I want high quality hentai adaptations, because like
I'm not gonna lie, the animation wasn't that great.
Yeah,
right. I mean, it's pretty dated.
Did you also like all the girls? Because when I turn a hentai on, immediately I'm like, these two girls are the ones I like, or one of the girls. Like I immediately single out the rest.
I mean, yeah, I definitely have like favorites, that's for sure. But like, I don't know, I don't really like to watch or read harems where if there's like a single girl I just cannot fucking stand, right?
Yeah.
Like that's the reason why like I didn't like Infinite Stratos, for example, because there was that one girl who I just couldn't fucking stand, and that just completely ruined all the other girls for me. Whereas like with harem time, like I don't know, I don't think that deeply when it comes to hentai though. It's just like I'm not gonna be like
now you're playing innocent.
It's like I'm not gonna like sit at like a bunch of like fucking girls in a hentai harem and be like, yes, I don't like the personality of this one girl, therefore completely ruined. Like that's not what I watch. That's not what I read Tosh for. Like I read Tosh because these girls are hot.
These like his art is god tier.
His art's god tier.
Like it.
So you look for like the art and the animation more than like the premise, or
I look for both. I look for both.
I definitely look for art.
That's why it's so hard for me to find my perfect hentai, because it's so fucking hard to find both. And like what I will say is watching this kind of reminded me why I think I'm going to make like a blanket statement where I don't think there's a hentai adaptation that is better than the source material.
I agree with that.
And
100%.
there's a reason for this.
Although
and
I haven't read Mother Knows Breast yet, so
I was going to say, Joe, let's calm down here. Like, none of us have read Mother Knows Breast. Come on.
Is there even source material for that?
I don't know.
If there is, I don't want to read it.
You open up Mother Knows Breast doors, it's just stick figures. it's like Mother.
No, because like, serious. When I busted a nut to that was one of those ones where you're like, oh fuck. Like you look at it, and you're like, Jesus Christ, what have I done?
This is
what
like post-nut regret.
Christ.
Post-nut regret.
I'll
straight
save
away.
it, but Jesus Christ, it's going in the bookmarks. But fuck, Connor, you disgusting.
It's the ones where you're like, you've been trying to pick the perfect show for like ages, and you're like, I guess it'll be this one today. Then
my mind's telling me no.
I've spent fucking half an hour trying to pick the perfect one to nut to. I guess this one will do.
Yeah, this will have to do.
Yeah, but no, because like there are plenty of like fucking amazing doujinshi artists where they like someone like Tosh, who is so good that he is now just a manga artist.
Yeah.
But the problem with hentai adaptations is that no matter how good the source material is, because as we've established, source material can be good, if not better, like than actual manga.
Yeah.
But the problem is, no matter how good the source material is, the adaptation and the animation will always be subpar / mediocre.
Right.
It's like if every anime adaptation was just like done by JC Staff's second team. There is no Ufotable or Bones of hentai.
Yeah.
You just like, even like Pink Pineapple, like some of the best that they can do is still like B to C tier.
Well, Pink Pineapple is just the A1.
But you're obviously gonna,
hentai,
you're obviously gonna lose some of the detail when you do it in animation, right? Like it can't be one for one.
Yeah,
right?
but like I said,
I would gladly like drop 50% of the quality if it means it's moving. Like, I am fucking sick and I don't want to fucking physically.
Yeah, but that's because you can't get off the doujins.
I don't want to. Why the fuck would I want to physically turn a page?
Read anything by Tosh
because I'm going to continue this conversation when we get to your next pick. Because
my next pick or my last one? It's probably my last one, I think.
It's your Queen Bee pick.
Yeah,
should we just skip to you?
Wait, is that my second or my third?
I'm pretty sure it's the third one, right?
Yeah, it's third. It's the third.
No, you picked... Okay, so here's how I knew Connor had shit taste. He picked 1 Milky Studio adaptation and 2 Queen Bee anime.
Oh, are they both Queen Bee?
2, yes.
Listen.
Both of them were Queen Bee.
Oh, no wonder they sucked.
I am happy to clown on Queen Bee and the animation.
Right.
Why the fuck do they get all the good stories? It's pissing me off.
That's the fucking problem.
Yeah.
That's why they are the Milky of this generation.
But I can totally be like, I hate you so much, but goddamn, you're good.
Yeah, and Pink Pineapple's the opposite, right?
Yeah,
like, they have great animation, but that's shit premise.
That's the problem, right? Is that, like, for some reason, some dude who has all the good plots, they have, like, a fucking round table somewhere in Tokyo, and they, like, decide the best plots, like some NBA draft, and they give it to the worst fucking studio.
It's like, and which one would you, like, Sir Queen Bee? And it's just like, I'll take these.
I hate it so much, but I can't stop watching it, because the premises are so goddamn good.
I don't know, man.
It's just like, and when I see Queen Bee, it's just like...
No, I hate it.
It's like NAM flashbacks, isn't it?
Like if Soft On Demand wasn't already a company, that should be like Queen Bee Animation, animation company name, man. Because it is fucking Soft On Demand.
I hate it.
I see because the fucking worst part. So the second hentai you recommended was Hogaku no Yutose.
Yeah.
Which
you cannot tell me this is shit. Fuck off. This
No,
is
I get it. No,
I watched...
this premise is a fucking banger.
I've read the original source material.
I've read the original source material, and I fucking hate it that Queen Bee got this fucking source material, because Queen Bee get the best source material.
Yeah, but I'm basically reading the doujin with extra steps when it's animated by Queen Bee.
Yeah, because the problem with Queen Bee, right, is that they are premium hentai clickbait, because they have like the best stills, and you see the thumbnail as you're scrolling down, and you're like, yo, this looks fucking hot, and then you see the moving, and it's just like instant softy,
and it's literally just like them taking the doujin doing this.
Yeah, it's like
it sucks. I hate it.
It's like they fucking learned how to use like the warp tool in Photoshop, and also like the fucking Vegas like keyframing tool. Yeah, it does. And those are like the two tools they know how to use.
I will not lie, it does sometimes put me off when I see a blatant shitty keyframe. Like that's annoying.
Yeah.
But damn if their plots ain't good, man. Yeah. God damn.
Their plots are good.
God damn.
And the character design's fucking hot too.
Yeah. Like, so shall I explain the plot as I remember it from this one? You can correct me if I get anything wrong. Basically, it's 2 girls. So not too many to keep track of, like
Yeah.
Joey.
Yeah.
And it's summer break / not summer break.
Something like that,
And the dad is never at home conveniently.
Yeah.
And they fuck. And one of the girls is like super horny and always wants to fuck.
Yeah.
And one of the
Yeah.
girls just wants to watch for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't get that.
And then the shy girl kind of like gets us like, oh, I'm interested in sex now.
Yeah. And then the
Tell
shy
me
girl
more.
is like,
Yeah.
hell yeah, dude. The shy girl's hot as fuck,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
And then they just start,
It's just it's okay.
They don't miss.
This is like
except the end when they like run off together and
But
get
the-
like
the-
pregnant.
Yeah, that one was
That
weird.
was weird. I
Yeah.
was like, whoa, come on, let's dial it
the
back.
thing I noticed about all the stuff that you like is it's basically just live action porn animated.
yeah.
It's just like it's just your typical fucking Pornhub video, except it's hentai.
But the thing is, right, is that when it's like on Pornhub, these people look fucking weird or disgusting half the time, and I don't want to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's nice seeing like just fucking like I don't know, just normal people.
It's nice not seeing an ugly bastard. Just say it.
Yeah, it's nice not seeing. It's nice seeing someone who I could be like. That could be me. Yeah. if I was a lucky motherfucker, and like you're watching it. Also, it's got everything that I like, man. Straight up. Like,
Yeah.
and public sex is hot in shows. It's dangerous, man. It's dangerous. Got a little danger going on. They fuck behind the back of school.
Are you saying that through experience or?
Well, I don't comment on those kind of things, Jay. There's also like, what is the one that came out recently? The succubus one. What it was called?
Succubus State, which is why I'm surprised you didn't recommend that one.
I didn't pick that because
that was by a good animation studio.
Yeah, because I didn't pick that because I thought that was too easy.
It's too high quality.
Yeah,
No,
no,
it's
I
too
thought-
high
I
quality.
thought it was too easy. I thought we would agree on it.
Because the thing is, I actually noticed
That's the better version.
I actually noticed this down, which is like, why did Connor not pick Succubus State Life, which is by the same author and artist?
No, that's dude.
They're both by the
Succubus,
same
yeah,
artist.
That is like amazing. That's god tier.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
that's up there to me with like masterpiece.
That is better than Masterpiece because it has good animation.
We'll agree to disagree.
But
But the point is that like, dude, because the scene in that Succubus, was it Succubus State? What is it?
Succubus State Life.
Like that fucking scene when they fuck in the hallway, that's hot as shit, dude. Is it not? Come on, is
No,
it not?
It is.
Because you're like, yo, we got like 30 seconds to wrap this up. Let's do it, dude.
Yeah.
And it's hot as shit.
Quickest nut in the world.
Yeah, but that's what's hot about it, man. Because you're like, yo, the danger. I know they're not going to get caught, but
it could be.
it could.
Yeah.
And like what I love about a lot of the character designs that Queen Bee happened to choose is that all the girls they have a bit of meat on them.
Yeah,
You see like a lot of anime girl designs, especially in hentai, and it's just like typical. Here I am anorexic.
Yeah,
fucking,
I want a little chunk to them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's rare that you get to see any like meat anywhere except for like breasts.
Yeah.
in fucking hentai.
I also appreciate how almost 99% of the time they do maintain the original artist's like touch.
And that's probably
So
the
what you're
problem,
saying
right?
is
That's probably the problem.
You're saying I have good taste. Is
It's
what I'm
literally scene for scene, but just with a little bit
gotta
of like
ignore me.
warping. That's all.
So
No,
good taste. This
no.
is
No,
good one. This is a
because-
good one. Come on.
No,
This is a good one, but it was good.
Are you
taste.
not entertained?
No.
It was good until you chose Mother Knows Breast.
Wait, we don't worry about that. That's another taste.
It's a good one because the source material is
fantastic.
The source material
is
is
fantastic.
Yeah.
Queen Bee, hell no,
Nah.
hell no,
that shit
man,
out of my
get that
face.
shit out of here.
Like, is it? Are you putting the animation and all of that above?
It is as important.
As important.
Yeah.
I mean,
Because
I'd argue the premise.
No. If animation isn't as important, then why am I not reading the fucking doujinshi?
Yeah.
If I cared about animation, right, I would just watch real life porn because that's 1-to-1 perfect animation. You know what I mean? Like
real
of, like,
life porn and hentai are nothing alike. You know,
That's
okay.
That's like
Listen, hentai, right? Where there's no plot or no story or no like fucking like premise. It's animation. That's
Okay,
all it is.
here's
There's
what
nothing.
That's like saying I would rather watch the live action adaptation of an anime rather than the fucking anime.
No. That's
Yes,
no,
it is.
no,
Yes,
no,
it is.
No,
Here's
no.
what I don't understand. If you don't care about animation quality in your hentai,
No.
then why do you not read doujins?
I don't want to fucking turn a page. I draw the line having to move one of my limbs beyond what I'm already doing.
You're already moving one.
I don't want to have to go. Next page. I'm a fast reader as well, Joey.
What about try on your fucking phone? Because you have the hands free.
What did you flick?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what? Like, because this is awful, right? You know when you've watched, like, you've had to watch it on your phone, you've had to
Yeah.
make do,
Yeah.
right? I fucking hate it when you get a message from someone when you've like, it's like you've got it, and it's like Joey's like, yo, Connor,
Joey messages you.
Yo, Connor, what are you up to? I'm like, for fuck, gotta restart this progress bar now. Fucking hell, it it puts me off. So that's why I Chromecast it.
I'm just gonna message you every hour now, just hoping that I'll catch you.
That's why I Chromecast it to my TV, so I don't have to. You don't get a big fucking notification from like Duolingo being, "Hey, why are you masturbating?"
Wait. You watch it on like your fucking widescreen TV in your living room?
No, not living room, bedroom.
Oh,
bedroom.
bedroom.
I want to be in bed, dude. I want to, come on, man. I want to be cozy. Because I can't do it sitting up. Like, I don't know why.
I can't do it. Like, I've only done it sitting up, basically.
Really? Oh my god.
Do you do it lying down?
Yeah.
Dude, that's a fucking mess, man.
What do you mean? Get tissues. Get tissues. What the fuck?
Mainly's just like, I don't know. I can do it in any position, really. Like, standing up, sitting down, lying down.
He's very up. Okay. No, I mean, obviously, it's, I don't know. I just want to be comfortable. I want to be optimal comfort.
No, I get that. But it's hard to like fucking like look at the same time. Like, with
pillows, man. Like I'm in hospital. Like I'm in a hospital bed.
Just sit up there.
No, dude.
You have like the optimal fucking gamer setup to fucking jerking off, but you can't just like use your second hand to hold a phone.
No.
Are you kidding me?
No, because the screen's so fucking small, man. I want it in big.
Dude, VR porn was invented for you.
Maybe if one day, right, there's a way where I can do like, big screen.
You need like a fucking
Google next page. Google next page.
Wait.
Google.
No.
To the next page.
Okay. If I made like a fucking PowerPoint presentation for you, if I like converted doujinshis to PowerPoint presentations for you, which you can Chromecast and you can be like next page.
I'm sold.
Would you be able to jack off to that?
Would you do that?
Maybe. Yeah, probably. Actually, I think I could actually.
So wait, it's not even the matter of the fact that it's like it's on paper and it has words that you have to read. It's just the fact that you're too lazy to turn a fucking page.
Yes.
That's the problem. That's what gets you soft.
Yes. I don't like holding my phone because I text on my phone all the time. I don't like looking at the porn on my phone. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't.
I'm gonna make a gamer setup for you just for jacking off, man. It will be like
optimized,
reason,
right? It's the same reason why, like, if you've ever been like, I'm sure it's happened at some point, right? Maybe in a relationship, and they've offered to send you a nude picture, right?
Right.
I don't want to look at that shit on my phone. Like,
what do you look at it on then?
I just don't want to look at it at all. I'm like, it's fucking. What is that? There's a story going on here. Why are you sending me this shit?
Wait, what?
What's the reason? When someone sends a nude or something, you've been in a relationship, right? I'm sure you send, I can't when it's just a still image on my phone. I want you to stare at it.
What? So you want them to send a fucking synopsis along with the photo?
No, I don't want anything. Don't send anything. I'll do it myself. I have methods. I have the hentai websites, which I can Chromecast to my bedroom.
Well, yeah, in that case, like, the video is always better, but like, what I'm saying is that, even if it's a
fucking... But a doujin, right? If you play it on like a PowerPoint, right? Let's say it changes page every 5 seconds. Right. That's fine. I can deal with that.
So if I made one for you, would you do it?
I'll do it. I could do it.
So you basically just need like a hands-free version of doujinshi, and you'll be
pretty much, yeah.
Why don't you like? I wonder if we could like fucking connect it to like the Alexa. Like, Alexa, next page.
Maybe I can wear a HTC Vive while I'm doing it.
That's what I'm saying. The VR porn was made for people like you.
No. Because I would say like one of the big advantages of doujinshi is that you can go at your own fucking pace. Because you have certain scenes in an anime, right? When you're just like, man, this blowjob scene is taking too long, as you've already said. Yeah, but you just don't want to get involved and fucking be buffering it like every time there's an uninteresting scene.
Which is normally like why you just kind of guess. You're like, all right, I reckon it'll be the scene here and it'll get good in about 30 seconds or a minute. Right. Yeah. So I'll just skip to there and I'll be like, go ahead. And if it's really taking the piss and it's going on for a good 5 minutes, I'm like, well, fuck, come on, you're having a laugh now. And then I'll go up and I'll reluctantly get out my phone and be like, all right, still going, and we're done.
No, but see, that's what I like about doujin is that, like, as you said, you can go at your own pace, right? So if there's like a scene that's like really hot, like you can take your time.
You can take your time. You can look at all the fucking finest details.
Joey just puts it on the like fucking mic. He's like, damn,
dude, I fucking frame that shit. I'm just like, damn, that's a piece of art right there.
I'm just lazy. I think that's what's the problem.
Yeah, we figured.
I mean, you say you're lazy, but you go into like extra steps in order to
Chromecast it.
Yeah, in order to Chromecast it and be like, I don't know how can I describe it?
I have to use like an Express VPN. Thank you, shout out when they sponsor us. And I use that, and then I have to like get a separate app to Chromecast videos that can't be Chromecast. So it's a big.
Why would you bother?
Just because I don't want to watch it on my phone. I really hate watching stuff on my phone like that. I don't know. It really is like, it bothers me like so much.
You say you're lazy, but this is like the opposite of lazy. This is putting in this is putting in extra steps just to enjoy some fucking porn.
No, I get it, but like it's like it's like to me it's like the Winnie the Pooh meme where Gaunt is the normal Winnie the Pooh and I'm the Winnie the Pooh that's like yes, yes, Chromecasting. Yeah. Gaunt's like picture, slew, you know, like
watch on PC monitor, watch on Chromecast.
hands-free experience.
Hands-free Chromecast.
Also, I gotta say, like, you got fucking balls to like press the Chromecast button, and that's just like the sign of someone who's obviously living alone.
Yeah,
because I imagine like.
No, I used to do it when I had roommates as well.
Really?
Yeah, and we had two.
Man's living on the edge.
Because I was confident, right? Because there's like a 5-second buffer for Chromecast. And I knew if
you have a 5-second window to like
I was like,
off.
I knew if it wasn't buffering immediately, I'm like, abort mission.
Chromecasting hentai.
Listen, it's the future.
If you were at your parents' house, would you dare press that Chromecast button?
If it was in my room, 100%.
because my house, in my parents' house, have too many Chromecasts. That's like it's a fucking danger wank at that point, man.
Yeah.
You're playing a dangerous game.
What are they all called? TV1? Like they're not named.
All it takes is one misclick, man. All it takes is one slip of the thumb.
It's like defusing a bomb run. You cut the wrong wire and you're just fucked, right?
Yeah, okay, listen. Let's say it happened, right? I'm fine. I can go and be like, Mom, come on. You know, come on, Mom. What am I supposed to do, Mom?
What if your mom just comes up being like, Queen Bee, really? That's what I'm more disappointed about.
She's like, Owen watches Pink Pineapple.
Yeah. My favorite child watches Pink Pineapple.
And you accidentally Chromecast mother knows breasts to your mother's TV.
She's like, Milky, really? Milky, fucking Milky.
I didn't raise you for fucking 23 years just so you can watch Milky.
Listen, we're getting off topic. The point was, right, is that the
premise
is 10 out of 10.
Premise
10 out of 10.
Premise 10 out of 10.
Premise is hot, ruined by Queen Bee. Read the original version.
You couldn't jack off to that.
No.
Really?
You know what I did actually? After I saw that and I was like, oh, this is this one. I actually went and watched, I read the doujin.
No, because for me, if the animation's good enough, I'm like, I can get it better now. I'm gonna get it better now.
So you wouldn't nut to that?
No. Like I would find something better.
It's like, my friend recommended me 240p porn. I mean, I could if I tried, but I know if 2 clicks away, there's 720p.
What do you mean? When I was like 14, I had to make do with 144p when I could, man.
You're a grown adult who can make your own fucking choices now.
I streamed that Queen Bee on 1080p to my Chromecast.
Yeah, exactly.
You can choose much better hentai.
You can choose literally anything by Pink Pineapple.
I would literally rather not. I would literally rather not to Succubus State Life for like the 10 millionth time than not to that once. Than not to that once.
Because you can't wear it out. You can't rewatch the same one too many times because otherwise you get too familiar with it, right? And you don't want to be.
But no, that's the thing. I would rather be familiar with it and be worn out with it because I would rather do that than have no standards.
That's why
no standards. Come on, man.
But that's why I like reading doujin, right? Because it updates way more frequently than hentai does. So I'm always like constantly looking for the next thing. So that's why I never get familiar enough with the series.
I mean, how many doujins are you reading? How often are you reading doujin?
Like a few times a week.
Fucking hell, Joey. Yeah. Jesus.
I mean, sometimes I'm just bored and I'm like, I wonder what's new on Faku. Right? It's like, I want to know. I want to keep up to date with the industry.
I have that much thirst for it, I have my fill, I do it and I'm like, all right, I'm right, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, like talking to you, I feel like fucking the act of rubbing one out is like a quick time event for you. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, I have designated
mash X.
I have designated 15 minutes. I must mash X for these 15 minutes. Okay, back to normal life now.
Yeah, because it's like, to me, it's like jacking off is entirely different to like sex and how that feels, right? It's a totally different world.
Yeah.
Because one of them I don't need to, it's whatever. Yeah. And the other one, it's like, all right, I like this. I'll take my time with it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's like, that's the way I see it. So I really don't give a shit.
Fair enough.
Fair enough.
All right, let's go on to Gaunt's second one. Gaunt's second one was あなたは私のものド S 彼女とド M 彼氏
I'm gonna say it. I busted nut to this one. This one was great. This one's fantastic.
Okay, this one. Okay, so usually to to explain why I picked this one. Usually I'm like very much a vanilla guy, you know, two happy, loving couples.
Fantastic.
But this one was the one hentai that made me realize, man, maybe crazy girls are fucking hot, man.
I mean, look, the moment I saw this, I was like, of course Gant's into this because this girl's literally one step away from every one of Gant's favorite tsundere characters.
No, I mean, okay.
This is one step above a tsundere character.
Okay, because you talked about reverse rape earlier, and like I feel like
this wasn't reverse rape.
This was like reverse mind break. You know,
this was like a started off as blackmail, but then it just ended up.
No, it just ended up as like just standard like S&M, right?
But it was hot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was hot, but I don't know. I'm just not really into like the sadistic girls.
Although I did have a kind of like shot them out there for a moment when they were talking like who took the. So the premise is that like she asks him out. And the guy says no.
Yeah.
But for some reason, she has the guy's phone.
Yeah.
And on this phone is a picture of him like in BDSM outfit, I guess.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh, if you don't want me to send this to everyone in the school, you need to come to my place.
Come back to my house."
Yeah.
Right. And so it's like, "Oh, okay." And then halfway through when they're fucking. She's like, "Oh, who took this picture?" And I was having a great time. And then she goes, "Oh, my sister took it. My little sister." I'm like, "Whoa."
I completely forgot about that.
And then she's like,
it just isn't brought up again.
Yeah, and then he's like, "Your sister took it?" And he's like, "Yeah." And it's like, "All right, keep fucking me." It's like, are we not going to touch upon this again?
And then he's like, "Yeah, she doesn't want anything sexual out of it." And I was like, press X to down.
Yeah. I was like, you sure about that?
I was like, I think she does. And I saw an episode 2 with a different girl, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna guess that's the little sister.
No, I mean it's unfortunately this is just like a one shot. That episode 2 is a completely different girl, completely different guy. It's one of those ones where this is like,
God, I hate that so much.
Yeah, because I wanted more of this. I wanted more of this. I was very disappointed that we didn't get more of this. And because the thing about this is that for me, this one was all premise. Because I didn't even think the girl looked that hot. Honestly,
there was some frames where she looked fucking butt ugly.
Yeah, the animation is subpar to say the least.
The animation was subpar. The character designs were fucking shit.
It was like a CDI game at some point. Like there was 1 or 2 frames where I'm like, fuck, what happened to her face?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I also just like one scene that I just couldn't fucking get over is like when he's like first like he's like, kind of like doing Caesar and like sitting on his knees. And he's like, all right, jack off. And I'm just like, how the fuck do you jack off while
I'm
sitting
like, can I at least like put my knees down?
I'm like, oh my God.
Come on.
Yeah, like my legs would be fucked. Like I wouldn't be able to concentrate. And he does it for like 30 minutes. I'm like, your legs are dead, bro. Like, there's no way I'll be able to keep a boner with this.
No, because what I liked about this was that it didn't immediately just go to the fucking. There was so much build up.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, and it was one of the hentai where I'm just like, man, normally you just want to skip straight to the fucking, but this one made the payoff worth it. You know what I mean? That's good. That's what made this like this is what a good plot in a hentai can be, where it's just like you have enough build up that you need without it being boring.
Right, but that's because like the S&M like side of things kind of made like a nice like twist on it, right? It wasn't just like standard boy and standard girl are talking and then it gets the fuck. It's like it's a little spice to it, right?
Yeah. It was like the right amount of spice to it without being too over the top.
Yeah. Also, why is it like when it's rape and hentai, it's like full on like fucking like Jesus Christ, like disgusting. Yeah. But then when it's reverse rape, it's always like, well, I guess you should fuck me. And it's like, come on.
I think you just really like reverse rape.
Well, I do, but it's never actually like the way, like it's nowhere near like the reverse of what the rape is in hentai, right? It's always like...
It's always suggestive, right?
Yeah, but like this one, like, I mean, the guy could have left at any time, and she said that the guy could have left, and she gave him his phone back. He could have left. Come on.
But he wasn't going to because he's a masochist, right? Like that was the whole premise of it.
Yeah. Like, I mean, that's why...
It was weirdly realistic.
That's why I was
that's what
like,
it is, right? It was weirdly
realistic.
We
need to correct the reverse rape tag. It should be reverse suggest that you fuck me, please.
Reverse suggested.
Reverse suggested blackmail rape. Because there's no... I mean, I liked it. It was good. It was good. It was the first time I saw a blowjob in hentai that well, not first one. It's like, very rarely where I was like, that's hot. I was like the Leonardo DiCaprio thing with nice. I like that.
I'm realizing from this fucking conversation, you like your fucking MILFs.
Yeah.
You like your harems. I need my spice, man. I
like spice too. What do you
mean? I like my spice. Yeah.
What do you define as spice? Define spice, gone.
Yeah. Okay, so like aside from vanilla, which we can all agree, always great, top tier.
Always a solid.
Yeah. Always a solid. But like I don't want just like the normal kind of relationship. There always needs to be like a twist to it. You know, like what I like is like, especially if it's like a relationship where they know they shouldn't fuck. That's like hot to me.
Yeah,
there's a hot.
There's a hot. Yeah.
And
that's why you like domestic girls.
That's why I like domestic
that's why you like domestic girlfriends. Literally that.
I like my
So
spice.
you like danger fucks.
Yeah.
You like flaming like Tire Mountain fucks, right? Like where it's just like this is just burning down to the ground, but I'm enjoying while
Isn't that why like stepmom porn is so popular? Because it's supposed to be like forbidden.
Yeah, it's like taboo,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, right. But
yeah.
like, you know, I think that's why it is so popular because it's like, oh, I shouldn't be.
Well,
doing
it's
this.
like stepmom porn and like incest porn as well.
Yeah,
right?
and it's like it's like and even in the premise, it's not, I guess, technically incest. It's just really uncomfortable.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right?
I'm surprised. Aside from like mothers no breast, none of us recommended like any like brother or sister hentai.
That's because brother and sister's like, for some reason, stepmom and kid is like, all right, but brother and sister is like, oh.
Yeah. Also, there's like way too much brother and sister stuff
I'm
as
the
well.
opposite, but that's probably because I'm an only child. So I'm just like brother and sister. Yeah, mom.
God's like, I wouldn't know.
That's the bit too fucking realistic. Let's get that,
because
get that out of my
I think the
hentai.
immediate assumption is like anyone who likes like stepmom is like immediate. You want to fuck your mom, 100%. It's like no, not fucking all. Quite the opposite. I just don't know what. Because it's like what is more forbidden than doing that. And it's like the most illegal you can get whilst being legal, right?
the only thing,
that's what it is, right? Because by every single measurable thing, it is fucked up and wrong.
Yeah.
But not really.
Yeah, not really.
Right? Like
it only just gets more morally wrong, right?
Yeah,
like the only thing worse than fucking your stepmom is your stepdad, right? So
it's it's fucked, right? But it's like, because it's like the way I judge it is that it's the kind of porn that you can't really like, or scenario that if you, let's say you had sex with your stepmom, it's not the kind of thing you can go, so guys, totally legal, by the way. If I did sleep with my stepmom, everyone wouldn't be, they'd be like, what the fuck?
Okay, question to you then.
All right.
Okay, if mothers no breast was like, if the mum was a blood-related mum, would you still be able to nut to that?
No.
Too realistic? Too realistic?
That's too like, I have a mom. Like, you know what I mean? But a stepmom never had that. Can't experience that.
Yeah.
But I mean, not that I would want that anyway. But it's like, what's that other one with? There's another hentai where like it's like a Russian mom comes. What? You know, it's like a Russian blonde woman comes to their like 20-year-old high school neat. And then it's like 4 episodes where they like fucking do shit, and it's good. It's the same shit.
I don't watch a lot of the
same
MILF
shit.
ones, so.
It's honestly the same shit, but like the guys are super into it.
it's the same thing, but this time the mom is Russian.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, basically.
I don't know. Like, it's like, for some reason, it's weird, right? 'Cause I get it, monkey brain, but like story in video games, nah. Premise in porn, yes, please.
Yeah, because the thing is, like, a lot of the hentai that like I enjoy is, like I said, the ones with spice in it, and it just happens that a lot of them just happen to have fucking step incest in it, and like what I hate is when it's just like the fucking incest hentai when the brother and the sister, they want to fuck. You know what I mean? That's like
that's fucking
that's
weird,
that's
bro.
like a big turn off for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
That's like the ones that make you like stand up and go like, oh, fuck, oh, God.
The hard tap of the hard tap.
When it's the fucking Oni-chan hentai, you know the fucking ones. I mean, the Oni-chan hentais. That's like instant softy. Get this shit out of my face.
There are so many people into that though. Right?
I know.
Yeah, because I think Overflow, right, is like one of the most popular hentai this year. I think it's like top 3, I think.
Yeah.
And that is just all brother and sister.
Yeah.
And like I watched it because I was like, it's number 3.
Yeah.
Well, surely the critics know their stuff, right? Surely. First episode, like brother in the bath, and then sister comes in the bath. Okay, all right. She just accidentally fucking inserts, and it's like, for fuck sake, what did I expect? What did I expect?
How do you accidentally insert? You know. How does that happen?
Speaking of accidentally insert, what was the fucking short form like hentai that you're gonna put on the list?
I can't remember the name.
It was the one. It was like the girl falling from the second floor.
The girl falling from the second floor. I'd like, because the reason I watched that one was because it's like a full season, right?
Yeah.
And this was a hentai that somehow ended up on fucking Annie chart in my anime list. You know, there's sometimes like Overflow.
Yeah.
That was like a seasonal anime that ended up on my anime list. For some reason, right? Because it's like 5-minute episodes and it's like a full season. So the full season's like,
but it's porn.
Yeah, but it's porn.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it ends up on seasonal anime lists. But so
But
like
in the species reviewers.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, I can't remember the name. So
Yeah.
shall I like fucking Google the name?
Yeah, I
right
forgot
now?
what it was, but basically the premise is like there's a guy who's living in like a really old, like rickety apartment that's like kind of falling apart,
yeah.
and there's a girl on that lives right above him, like a really hot girl, and the girl is like doing dance practice or whatever the fuck it was, and because the apartment is so rickety and old, she falls through the second floor, like thing,
Yeah.
and goes down to the guy where the guy is sleeping, and she lands on his dick and inserts, and I'm like,
and you can also see that her underwear has somehow shifted.
Yeah. Which, for one, the fucking physics that goes into this. For one, because he must have like just had a permanent stiffy. For what? Like
At the correct angle.
at the correct. It was like a fucking angle perfect, frame perfect
right.
fall. You know what I mean?
it's like, so we're gonna do the second floor clip. The penis needs to be angle perfect. The fall needs to be frame perfect for the landing to go smoothly.
But the reason I find it so hilarious was because it was on a seasonal anime show,
Right.
And it got fan subbed, and whoever was fan subbing this,
Oh yeah, it was funny.
whoever was fan subbing
Oh
with this
my
was
God.
obviously not like taking this seriously, because you know he was technically still translating it, but the fucking phrasing that he used was.
There's
was
literally
incredible.
a frame where the girl says, "Shoot your goo, my dude." I'm just like, this is fucking awesome.
It was very good.
Yeah, I just wanted to bring that one up because I thought
Yeah.
it was fucking hilarious.
Okay, like title's on screen now. I can't find it now. Well, I'll send the title to
Yeah.
Mudan.
Yeah. The only thing that was like weird about the one that you chose, Gone, was that she just at one point is like, yeah, just rape my ass. Just do it. And I was like,
Oh yeah.
I was like, what? And then he didn't. Or a classy man, first of all.
Yeah.
But I was like, why did she say that? What a fucking weird thing to say.
Yeah, like where did the sadism go?
Yeah, I'm like,
it's
what?
just thrown out.
But
the
like
window.
I like that because it was just like no
I like that.
no
I like it when she said that.
No, not the fact that she said that, but the fact that it was like the scenario was progressing. You didn't just have one.
It was a cliffhanger.
No, you didn't just have like one scenario. It had fucking development in it, man. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I gave it a 9 out of 10. Like, yeah, it was good. It was really
I
good.
give it like a 7 or an 8. It was pretty
It's
good.
something I'll come back to in a year and be like, nice.
Yeah, you know what? I can watch this second episode.
All right, so we go to Joey's last pick then, I guess.
that
which
Kuroino?
when I saw Joey recommend this one, I wanted to like fucking high five the dude, man.
Why?
You can high five me right now.
Yeah. So Joey recommended Kuroino, which is, should I call it like famous or infamous?
Definitely infamous. Yeah, I knew that probably Gant had seen it before, but I just wanted to see what Connor would say.
Yeah.
It was vile. It was fucking disgusting. It was abhorrent. There's not enough English language to convey what you made me sit through. What the fuck? Have you nutted to that?
It is.
Yeah, absolutely.
It is.
What do you mean absolutely?
It is an experience.
Why do these
That is
goblins...
what is-
This, okay, I don't know what the fucking premise of this whole
so-
show is, right? Go and explain that then.
So I feel like the premise is that there is a kingdom, right? They've made a kingdom where
There
they've-
is a kingdom.
They've separated.
We live in a kingdom.
We live in a kingdom.
They've separated like girls from guys, and girls like kind of live in this kind of high class, posh kind of kingdom, and then there are the boys who are just like
The boys.
the boys who are just like the dirtbag of the world.
Yeah, pretty
and it's
much.
basically the main mercenary leader is just fucking guts. This is like he He's just guts, right? The main mercenary. This is the hentai adaptation of Berserk with even more rape. This is just like this is like if you take Berserk, remove all the cool parts, and you just keep the rape.
Yeah.
This is
Pretty much.
I saw the tags and I was like, for fuck's sake.
Not gonna lie, I only chose this one purely to get a reaction out of Connor because I knew Gant watched it and Gant likes it. Right.
So like the premise is the guys trying to invade the kingdoms like that the girls built.
Yeah.
And of course they invade it, and it's like a fantasy, dark fantasy middle like.
So the first episode they invade like the elves.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
They invade. They're all tan.
they
which is like
invade-
immediately hot for me.
They invade the elf kingdom, and there's just like, and they just fucking gangbang the shit out of these elves. I
For
guess.
some reason, okay. So he wants to sleep with this woman, right?
Yeah.
Why does he let the orcs fuck them? What's up with that? Why are the orcs fucking them?
It's
because there's orcs there. Also, why are the orcs listening to this guy? Like, why are orcs there?
Because the orcs want to get some.
And then also, why do the orcs have human dicks? You notice that?
I mean, because it's a hentai.
I mean,
there's these big...
No. They do not have fucking...
They had human dicks.
They do not have fucking human dicks.
They had giant human dicks.
No.
I paused on one of the frames because I had to take like a fucking...
That is not a human dick. That is a fucking...
No.
Ox.
That's
a
horse
fucking
dick.
horse cock right there. You know what I mean?
But it was drawn completely...
The girth on...
no, I'm not arguing with the girth of the size guard, but the dick was a human dick.
The girth on that dick was just like as wide as the woman's waist.
Okay, right.
Let's be fucking honest, right?
Because what happens is, right, I had to pause it at one moment because I was just like, one, this is disgusting.
Yeah.
First of all, so I had to pause many times to be like, to stand up and go like, just fucking light a cigarette. I don't even smoke. I was like,
just light a cigarette.
Go back. But there was this one scene, and I remember it because there was like 4 orcs, and I paused, and there was like 4 orcs standing around each other, right, like this.
Yeah.
And the dicks were blurred, but you could clearly see they were normal human dicks.
Yeah.
Totally. And I was like, why? This is so weird.
Well, you
I mean,
didn't
why wouldn't have orcs dick shape?
They should have gross, ugly orc dicks, man.
But no one wants to see that.
Does anyone want to see this anyway?
What are you talking?
You've added ugly bastard with an extra faction.
No, that's fucking orcs. They're just ugly bastards, and the dick. That's like an extra girthy, ugly bastard dick.
I refuse to believe people like watching orcs fuck people.
Well, then why is there so much of it?
Why? Who are these people?
Why is there? The reason why there's so much is because there's lots of people who want to watch it.
Why? Why would you want to watch it?
You can ask that question about MILFs as well. Why would you want to watch it?
No.
Because people are into it.
Are you comparing MILFs to ogres? Are you really comparing MILFs to ogres, Joey? Because come on.
Okay. Because what I will say about 'ℌÅ is that
it's shit.
It is.
Shit.
It is every fucking tag that I detest.
Yes,
this is because let's be honest. Let's be honest. Orcs are just ugly bastards, but just square
with attitude.
Yeah. They're just ugly bastards, but just even uglier with a different skin tone. And like I remember first watching ℌÅ and I'm just like, why would I fucking want to watch this?
Yeah.
But what it does, it's that this hentai is so ridiculous and so over the top that it just like you know that meme where it's not the meme where when a film is so bad that it's good.
No,
this is that hentai for me.
No,
it is so ridiculous.
This is the Tommy Wiseau the room of hentai, right?
This is so ridiculous and so offensive that it's not even a turn off anymore, and it just becomes hot. That was ℌÅ for me, man.
It's hot. You think it was hot?
It was like I couldn't take this like because you talk about you want this to be realistic because you want to like self-insert, right? Yeah. I'm like, this is too ridiculous. I can't see this happening. There isn't a million% chance where I would ever self-insert myself to anywhere in the show.
What part of it were you able to be like, this is so hot that I cannot do this? Like, what aspect of it?
I really like elf girls and I really like tan girls.
Dude, dark-skinned elf girls.
Dark-skinned elves?
Dark-skinned elf girls, man.
Replace every hentai with a dark-skinned elf and I will watch any shitty
hentai. There is not enough dark-skinned elf hentai in the world.
I want my dark-skinned elf representation in hentai.
I'm fine with that, but at the point where 5 goblins were I'm pretty sure they created new holes with what they were doing. There was one the immediate when he put his
I think there was only 2, wasn't there?
I remember the first time he put his dick in. And like
this is what was disgusting. This is where I nearly vomited.
It was like the gif where it was just like a hole and like the train trying to smash its way through the hole. Except it smashes its way through the hole. And I remember the first time I watched it, I was just like,
yeah, because you see the outline of this thing up to here.
Yeah.
I'm like, why can I see the outline? That is disgusting.
Because it's a fucking horse.
Like my jaw hit the floor when he fucking got the dick in, man. And it wasn't just that. I remember the scene where they fucking come, and like I remember most hentai protagonists have like a bit of extra cum than like what more any normal man could cum.
Yeah.
These orcs have fucking 5 gallons of cum saved up, all inserted into this girl. Where I'm just like, how can I take this seriously? At what point does it cease to be cum and it becomes whipped cream?
The scene that fucking killed me is when it like after all the first girl, right? Not the queen, but like one of the servants, right? After all it's done, and she's been suspended by 2 cops, like fucking London Bridge. I'm just like, this is so so fucking amazing. It's so stupid. It's so ridiculous that it's fucking hot.
It's just like she just gets spit roasted, like literally spit roasted.
She's literally suspended by two cocks.
With two orc cocks.
So gross.
It's insane.
It is so fucking gross and vile and disgusting.
I legit, like, I googled how to fucking clear my incognito history after I watched it. Dude. Like, I was like, this is so fucking disgusting. Like, I'm glad I watched this like last because like it ruined my day. I was like, this is so vile.
Do you want to know something too? Episode 1's probably the tamest as well.
Really?
Yeah.
How?
Episode I think 3 is probably the most vile one. Yeah. If you ever want to challenge yourself to that one, but yeah.
Everything about it was just gross. Like, I do not understand how
this
anyone
is the exact reaction I was hoping for, and I'm so glad.
I think like my penis actually inverted at some point. Like I actually couldn't find it. Like I was so turned off.
But what if the dark-skinned elf was a MILF?
No, even worse. That's even worse. Why would you ruin something amazing?
No, because oh
my god.
No. Because right, it's just I do not want to see 4 or 5 fucking orcs gangbanging someone. That is fucked up.
How can you take it seriously?
How can you take it seriously at that point?
How are you taking it seriously?
Because what bothers me, right, is that I'm watching this and I'm like, this is clearly they've got an audience, and I'm like, that's disgusting. That some dude is like, fuck man, because nothing does it for me like that orc gangbang porn. You know what I mean? There's someone out there who can't masturbate unless it's orc gangbang.
I also love the scene where it's like the queen gets like filled up, and the guy like pulls the dick out, and just fucking gushes all out, right? Like
yeah, like a fucking waterfall.
Yeah, like a waterfall, and the guy's like standing there like, yeah, let it flow. It's just like, oh my god. This is so ridiculous.
This isn't a word I would usually use to describe a sex scene, but the sex scenes in this fucking hentai are epic. They're epic, right? Like normally I don't imagine fucking like do you know what I imagine going on in like the background in this? Like I imagine like forces from Berserk playing as like they're getting fucking gangbang from 7 different directions because it's so epic.
Like all I imagine is like a fucking like Zack Schneider like 300 like slow-mo, right? I'm just like super slow-mo. I just want something like that interjected in this. It's like this is like too epic. Like epic is the correct word for it. It's epic. It is epic.
Like I need like forces playing in the background, like I know forces.
Oh my god!
It is a classic for a reason, and
a classic.
It is a classic.
It is a classic.
Like the classics, Beethoven, Mozart.
Look. I like my vanilla hentai. You know, I like my wholesome tags. But I hate normally I hate everything that this kind of series represents. But this series does it so masterfully and so over the top.
It really does.
And so over the top that is just
like if we're talking about spice, right? Like Kuroin is like the fucking cinnamon challenge. It's just like you have to do it once.
Did you feel great shame after you nutted it? Were you like, God, I can't find nutted?
I never feel shame jacking a hentai.
Oh my god,
I'm past that point. I've reached hentai nirvana. All right, like I never feel shame.
This gave me the same feelings of like when you see like pregnant porn pop up and you're like, oh god, no.
No, it's not that bad.
No, yeah, it is. It's on that level of disgusting.
It is not. No way. No,
it is not that
pregnant
bad.
porn.
Oh fuck off.
No, I would watch Kuroinu over and over again than ever watch.
You probably
porn.
do. You don't need to. Would you? You do.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I'll tell you why. Because pregnant porn is like way too close to being real. This is so far removed from anything that's
pregnant
realistic.
Porn is like level 1 of Eroguro in my mind.
Yeah, because this one is like set in a fancy world, in a fancy setting with fucking orcs and elves.
They've masterfully just set up the scenario to the point where there is zero realism. So there is like no point in trying to self-insert. There is no point in being like, oh, this could happen to me. Because the scenario is just 100% fiction. So anything that they do, no matter how ridiculous it is.
Even though it is fictional, there's still nothing about it that I'm like, this is hot. Like there's no aspect
What do
of
you
it.
mean?
There's no aspect.
You don't like the dark-skinned elves?
I mean, that's fine, but I would have rather it been done in a more tasteful manner.
What is tasteful?
Allow me to offer a more tasteful.
How do you tastefully gangbang a dark-skinned elf?
Perhaps if we remove the gangbang aspect.
Connor's like, I can fix this.
I can fix this, right? Here, listen out, all right? We remove the gangbang aspect.
Yeah.
The fancy aspect, let's get rid of that too. How about we make it?
There's nothing left.
No. How about she's a dark-skinned elf who's a mother, has a stepson, who you know isn't so sure about this relationship.
Shut up and go watch Mother Knows Breast, man. just get Mother's Knows Breast and just fucking turn her Darkseid. There you go. That's literally what you just described.
That's a joke.
Like the scene with the second elf one, where like
the queen,
they take turns just like coming inside. And it's like boom, 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 boom. There's never been a more accurate representation of like me and the boys.
What the fuck? No!
The guy's like minimum 10 shots each, lads. Let's go, lads. It's so funny.
I'm fucking losing it just remembering what was going on. It's so funny. Man.
I'm never going to be able to go to an onsen with you.
It's so hot yet so funny. I don't understand.
I don't know. Like it's so ridiculous that it ceases to be disgusting and it somehow becomes hot again.
I hate it.
It's not for everyone, but you like even if you're fucking.
It's not for everyone. It's like say, oh, it's fun. It's fun for some of the family.
Yeah,
it's fun for that one creepy fucking weirdo in your family who jacks off way too much and always brings up weird stuff in inconvenient ways.
I mean, this photo, I don't like
because this watching could, it's an experience.
No, it's not.
It's
a mistake. It's a fucking mistake.
It's a fucking experience.
You had an experience.
I'm convinced, right? It's a trap, right? It's a watch list in the waiting, right? You watch it, you go on a watch list later on in life. When you go to court, they'll bring it up, guaranteed. Like, I bet there's something in there, man.
What is it like? Do you just like? Oh yeah, I don't like it. You're going on a watch list. That's what it sounds like to me.
Yeah. I don't like it. Look,
I'll say the perfect analogy. Okay?
I don't like it, therefore it shouldn't exist. Yeah. That's my argument.
Here's the thing, right? If we're talking about, we were talking about ice cream before. We're talking about vanilla ice cream, always being good to come back to. Kuroinu's like the rum and raisin of ice cream.
No, it's not.
It is. It's like some people fucking love rum and raisin, while there's a lot of people who don't like rum and raisin.
This is like the
there's no in between.
No, this is the equivalent of getting the 2-liter vanilla like budget ice cream, putting it on your chest and scooping it off with your hands and feeding it. That's what it is. That's the equivalent.
No, because there's nothing vanilla about it.
No.
It's rum and raisin. Do you like rum and raisin ice cream?
What the fuck? No.
He doesn't like anything but vanilla.
That's why you don't like...
nothing. There is no correlation between what ice cream you like and what porn you like, Jerry.
No, there is, because you don't like rum and raisin, right? Therefore, you don't like Kuroinu. I like rum and raisin. I like Kuroinu.
I've never had rum and raisin.
Well, you should try. You probably like it if you like Kuroinu.
The feeling it gave me, right, was when you get like a really bad fart and you smell it like way too much. It was that level of like disgust of like, oh God, oh Jesus. That's what I felt when watching this.
I cannot relate.
It was fucked.
It was like I said, like I like spice. This was what happens if you just like eat 10 Carolina Reapers at once, man. So some people, it will fucking blow their minds.
This is the cinnamon challenge of.
Yeah, it made me like
it is the cinnamon challenge.
It made me consider like castration for a quick moment. Like I was like, honestly, people don't deserve to exist if they made this. Like
there's 6 episodes, by the way.
I saw Jerry.
Yeah,
and I saw there was a lolly in the intro because of course it's an intro, and I was like, oh. But she gets gangbanged too, eh?
Yeah, that's the episode 3.
Pretty much everyone in the series gets gangbanged.
Fantastic.
In like the most ridiculous, over the top way, and that's
in the most epic way.
That's epic. Like these are epic sex scenes, man. What can I say?
Gangbang porn is like
someone needs to do an edit with forces on any of the sex scenes and post it on Pornhub or something. That shit would work. That shit would work.
Would watch that.
Gangbang is like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Like, I have no interest in it.
See, it's weird. Like, I'm usually not a fan of gangbang, but like...
I am not a fan of gangbang at all.
When it's done well, like...
Bullshit.
I can watch it. Yeah. I don't know.
No.
And Kuroinu did it well, in my opinion.
Yeah,
it's so ridiculous.
Yeah, I see gangbang. I'm like, there are too many dicks here.
Yeah.
There's more than one dick. Too many.
There's only a certain amount of dicks I can self-insert. Yeah. I can't self-insert myself into 6 dicks.
As a male, there's no fucking situation in my mind where I'm like, I would love to be around with 5 other men.
Well, that's your problem. You self-insert yourself into every hentai you watch, right? So of course you're not going to like a show like this.
Yeah.
Because it's fantasy and it's a gangbang.
Not everything I self-insert, but I think I get the most enjoyment.
Well, then what's like a genre you don't self-insert?
Oh fuck!
Is there any?
Yeah, I mean,
like of any hentai you watch, is there one where you're just like, I can't self-insert?
Well, there's plenty where I like it. Those are the medium ones for me.
Right.
Like the best ones are the ones where I can be like, I wish that was me. I wish that was fucking me. You know what I mean? You don't agree?
No, I agree. Yeah. Like this Kuroinu isn't like my favorite hentai.
No,
but it's just such a unique experience for me.
It's definitely not my favorite, but I can always go back and rewatch it.
Yeah.
So it's a unique experience in the same way that shitting your pants is. I don't do it often, and I never want to do it. It's embarrassing, and I feel dirty after it.
It's a different kind of nut.
No,
Critter, you know, is like post-nut regret the series.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
Either way, I gave it a 0 out of 10 on my list.
God.
Yeah, but 0 out of 10.
We just put in if we put in a MILF in Karuna, then it would have been like at least.
I put in
Critter,
all,
you know, to me is like beyond the scale.
in all caps. I put it's so long. Please make it end. I legitimately feel sick.
You'll come around to it. Don't worry.
No, I will not. That's like, because this is like the meme, right? Of like the older you get, the more fucked up your porn needs to be to get off.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to get into this shit at like 20. Like, because when I'm like 40, what am I going to have to get off to? Like, multiple city gangbang?
Dungeon
vomit?
porn?
Like, you know what I mean? Like, what the fuck?
I get
At
it.
which point did you realize that this is going to be fucked up for the entire thing?
The moment
I'm in for a fucking ride.
I saw the tags, I was like, fuck. Fuck. Like mind control plus gangbang plus rape is like the ultimate trio of
Like self-fulfilling prophecy, right?
The big three.
The big
three.
Oh my god.
Moving on to your choice, Gone.
Oh yeah, consent Sodom.
Consent
Oh my
Sodom.
god.
I have wanted to talk about this for so
I
fucking
have
long.
never laughed that hard watching
You know what's
hentai.
bad is that I've legitimately watched this and nutted to a scene in it.
Are you serious?
Really?
100%.
Is it the scene with the teacher?
It is indeed.
Of course it is. The fucking
The moment I saw the
fucking
teacher,
older teacher.
the moment I saw the teacher, who's like, for some reason, the armpit gets zoomed in way too fucking close.
That was weird. I
for
thought,
comfort.
Because what happened was, is like, I'm watching this, right? I'm 10 minutes in. And okay, well, we should explain the premise.
How do we even explain the premise?
Okay, so it's about a bunch of pervs who are teachers and the school kids aren't into it. And then there's another side plot where there's police and terrorists. And then a terrorist there's a weird gunfight, which is just weird.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah.
And then they kill the terrorist, and terrorist has this bomb, and it explodes, and then it makes everyone horny, and then everyone starts fucking.
It's like a horny virus. Right?
Yeah.
But also when the bomb goes off, dubstep just starts playing.
Yeah.
Yeah, way too loud dubstep. Right?
Okay. The way I would describe the Sentai, I would never recommend the Sentai.
It's
to like,
awful.
To like nuts.
It was definitely like a nut where I'm like, oh god.
This is the room of hentai.
How I would describe this is imagine
What's the name again?
Consent Sodom.
Consent Sodom. So like if I were to put a tagline, it is imagine if Masaki Yuasa directed a hentai shitpost. That is Consent Sodom. Because it is way too funny to be that for this to like not.
It was weird.
I wrote down it's like a hentai parody of Tekkon Kinkreed. That's what I said. Like because it gave me Tekkon Kinkreed vibes, but for the worst reasons.
But like it had some scenes in it where the comedic timing.
my
it was
God.
way too good.
Wait, so why did you choose this to your list? Just because you want to talk about it?
Because I just like I wanted to because this show is just pure bands.
So you've never nutted to it?
I've never.
I'm really glad you recommended this because now I like want to watch the rest of it just to see how bad it gets.
This is a type
There's
of show.
another episode?
Apparently,
No.
Is there not?
This is the only one.
Oh, really?
I saw Consent Sodom 1 and I tried to look for episode 2. I'm like, fuck, man. I wish there was an episode 2. This is the one of a kind.
Fuck.
Because this is the type of hentai you're just like you can only recommend to boys you truly trust. And if you're gonna watch it, it's only at 3 a.m. when you're fucking pissed.
Okay.
And you're just like, can recommend something weird and funny to watch.
The teacher scene was fucking good.
Oh my god!
Come on, it was though. Come on.
No, it's not.
You don't think so?
No,
Come on,
the entire time I was laughing my ass off.
Bro,
Because
How can you get a stiffy when it was just that fucking funny?
this was the only one on the list where I was soft as a pillow.
I do not remember anything else in this. For somehow,
Are you
Are you serious?
Somehow,
I did not recommend this show so you can fucking nut to it.
Why is it
No,
Why is it that when
no.
Connor sees a MILF, it's just tunnel vision?
it is totally. Well, no, I watched this like 2 years ago.
Okay.
But I do not remember. I must have skipped every other scene, and then when I found this
get to
scene,
the middle.
and then when I got to the scene, I must have been like, all right, 0.75 speed.
Because I remember the way I discovered this was I saw it on Pornhub.
Yeah.
And it was just like a clip. And I was just like, oh, this looks like, because the animation style is like very unique. It's very
Yuasa, isn't
It's
it?
very Yuasa, that kind of close style.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've like, because the thing about a lot of hentai is that it all looks fucking squeaky clean. It all looks flat as shit.
Yeah.
This one, like, I will give
Some chunk to it.
Yeah, this one's got some chunk to it. It's got some like directorial choices in it. I will say that.
It hit me like a fucking truck when that teacher popped up, and I was like, All the nut past self was like, oh my god, I've nutted to this.
But like this,
And it was supposed to be a comedy.
I am 100% convinced that this is a comedy. There is no fucking way.
I felt like after I watched it, I was like, fuck, I felt like I nutted to Cars 2. You know what I mean? Like, this is embarrassing that I did this. But I'm going to
like reliving childhood and realize it's like way different.
Because like all the other scenes were just disgusting and like funny.
It wasn't even disgusting. It was oh my
they
god.
were kind of disgusting.
The scene
like
that
the little girl with the fucking guy who's like delivering packages.
Oh,
like,
the janitor guy.
Yeah, I'm like, ah.
Like when she was sucking his cock and she looked like a literal horse. When she looked like a literal horse sucking on this.
It was so gross.
No, my face fucking expanded out to like here. No, the scene that fucking killed me is like the teacher who took a photo of the girl's like underwear and he's like jacking it in the toilet and the phone turns to 1% and he speeds up. That fucking killed me.
No, what? And he goes turbo mode, jacking it off, and then it cuts to this fucking shootout that's happening, and they interject the shootout with this teacher jacking off. And it's so fucking hilarious.
I also love that shootout scene because there's like two cops with a fucking handgun, right?
Yeah.
And there's one girl with a fucking assault rifle. How does it end? One shot each.
Yeah. Also, it's going on for like 6 seconds, and none of them shoot each other.
And then just like the shootout, you have to watch the shootout because it's just like bang, 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 shh, bang, 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 bang. I love
also with the teacher and the girl, like the one who was jacking off in the toilet. She's like, he's like on the floor. She's like, stand up, and then his dick gets up. And she's like, no, the other thing, stand up. It was so funny. It was legit so funny.
And the fucking clip where like the two girls are arguing over who's gonna fuck this one teacher.
Yeah,
And then she turns around, the girl just fucking decks her in the face. And she just passes out, and she's like, all right, teacher, now we can fuck.
It's like, stop messing with him. It's like, what are you bang?
I was like the fucking, like, you know the Squidward where it's like Squidward hot and Squidward like normal.
Yeah.
I was like Squidward normal throughout, but when the teacher scene came on, I was like the hot like shit. I was like, nice, okay.
I like, oh my god.
Dude, it's hot, man. It's hot.
I'm fucking amazed that you nodded to us. No, because there was, I would say the beginning of the teacher scene, right? Where she's standing over the guy and she has the pussy juice that is just like,
that's fucking weird.
Which she's just like, literally, it's just like, is this fucking drops of God or something? She's pouring this pussy juice from such a height. And it's just like one long string that like reaches.
You know, when you
got it.
Okay, this is the thing with hentai though, because it's so often not like 100% what you want it to be.
Right.
You take the good with the bad. When you found a premise that works, all right, if she fucking takes a shit on him for a second, all right, I'll look past it because it's 10 seconds, right? I'll forget about it, right?
Either?
No, I mean, I'll be
won't.
disturbed by it, but I'll get over it. You know? It's like when that happens, it's like, I'm willing to look past this.
I'm just fucking amazed that you're this zoned into like the MILF teacher.
I was, dude.
That like you managed to actually nut to this.
It is the most insane tunnel vision I've ever seen.
It's like managing to nut to fucking Looney Tunes porn, man, or something.
Yeah.
Something
No,
along
it's
those
not.
lines.
No, because if you were given just that scene,
Yeah.
right, with none of the other scenes. Right?
Right.
Because I don't remember the bomb going off or anything like. Because I'm pretty sure I would fucking remember dubstep in my hentai. I would remember that. Right? So somehow I just watched this scene and none of the others. And when you take just that scene with the teacher, it's like it's easy to see why.
Yeah, of
I
course.
think
Yeah.
why you could go away and maybe bust the
No,
nuts to that.
no.
Why?
Because they look
Why
like
are you
because it
calling
looks
me
like
anti?
because it looks like someone made a hentai parody of a Masaki Yuasa film.
Mate,
That's what it looks like.
Like I've said, dude, the animation does not matter to me. It is the premise and how that delivers on the premise.
Dude, I'm starting to think that you can just jack off to like stick figure hentai, as long as there's a MILF.
Yeah.
If the taboo is there, Joey, 100%. One, we got an older woman, right? Check. There's danger. They're doing. At the time, I didn't know everyone was fucking. I just thought she was going at it in the school.
Yeah,
and I thought,
right.
That's hot. Extra points,
Yeah.
right? And then, not gonna lie, she's abusing a position of power.
Right.
Yeah.
That's hot.
She
in
was
my
a
book.
thick mama
Yeah,
as well.
Oh, dude, she was real thick, man. That's
Yeah.
what. That's the perfect trifecta. Dude.
Yeah, but then I look
taboo, thick, older woman. Sign me the fuck up.
But then, like, I think all of that, right? Like, by itself, I see all of that lined up, and I'm like, yeah, I could probably jack off to that. But then it's topped up with the drops of God and the fact that, you know, really weird zoom in on the armpit. I don't know what that was about.
Listen, you cannot complain, right, about like a bit of juice coming down, right? When you fucking jacked off to 10 goblins fucking spunking.
It was just the fact that they really, I think my biggest problem that I have with this is just, I don't know who was in charge of the fucking audio mixing on this episode, but my God, it was fucking bad.
Run that bitch through Levelator or some shit, but it doesn't matter.
No, I feel like it was purposely bad.
There was like half the scenes, there was no like background music or anything.
Everything about this hentai was, I feel, just like a masterclass in being like the ultimate car crash of a hentai.
Oh, yeah.
It is pure fucking garbage. And it's hilarious.
It was fun for the family. It had a little something for everyone.
It was so funny.
A little something for everyone.
What about that scene where like they're fucking, the teacher's fucking, and like you have like this close-up zoom in of her armpits?
Okay, that was weird. I
didn't get that at all.
Because I thought it was like, you know, like it was something like, oh, it's going to come up later. The armpit's going to be
right.
But it wasn't.
It wasn't. No,
the armpit was just shown.
Yeah.
And I was like, why?
And then it just ended so randomly as well.
It ends with a guy blowing off a guy's head off, and then a girl randomly comes in and just Spartan kicks this dude off a helicopter. I was like, what? And then it just ends.
And then it just ends.
And I'm like what?
No context, no fucking epilogue or anything. It just ends.
I think I rated this higher than any of Joey's.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I rated this.
Oh my God, I'm never recommending you hentai ever again.
What was it called?
Kansen
Sodom.
Yeah, I gave it a 7 out of 10. That's higher than any of Joey's.
I recommend that. Like, I recommend to watch that if you want a fucking hilarious laugh.
But also maybe a cheeky nut. You know, maybe.
No,
I recommend. I honestly, like, normally you don't recommend watching hentai with the boys. This is a hentai you can watch with the boys.
This one you can watch because it's so funny.
At 3 a.m. Get at your next fucking anime convention when you just want to fucking laugh at how shitty this hentai is, or if you're Connor, just like sneak off to the bathroom to like get like rub.
I'm laughing like ha ha ha.
I really want to get the rights to it so we can make like a hentai parody dub of it.
Oh my God, if we are able to dub it, that would be like the perfect parody dub hentai.
It's already structured itself.
It's
for,
like the
for
ghost.
parody.
It's like the ghost stories of hentai.
Exactly.
Basically.
Yeah. It's perfect. It's already perfectly structured.
I loved my favorite part. Like, I don't know why this made me laugh so much. Is that they cut to a shot of like where the gunfight is, the school and like the hospital or something, and they're all like just
they're the only 3 buildings on the horizon.
It's like a child's play mat, like the way that these are arranged. And I'm like, there's a gunfight happening in like an abandoned,
and there's a single road that connects all of them.
And
right?
It's like, damn, okay, they really don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Where's the school located?
No, because I kind of realized early on that they must be doing this on purpose. This
I think so. I think so.
Yeah, because I remember like the first joke where the 2 girls are in the train, and out of nowhere a fucking stripper or something comes out, or like flashes
and then Jesus on the girl,
and then like the girl kicks him, and then he just like stands there for a full like 5 seconds, and then nuts. it was that pause before the nut that was just like,
God, the character designs are so ugly.
and then the 2 girls like. And then like one of the girl that got nutted on, you don't see her changing, but she was in a school uniform, and then she's in gym clothes. The next shot,
and then the girls in front of the fucking combini are like, does something smell like squid? And then they walk past.
And then it's just the walking animation where they're just like
the speed ups fucking killed me.
It was good. I really enjoyed it. It was
it was. I've wanted to talk about this for so long because no one I've ever like talked to has ever like recommended or talked about this hentai, because it is such a funny hentai, and I've waited for this opportunity when I can be like, yo bros, watch this one hentai. You're gonna lose your minds, because like when you go to someone and you're like, yo, I got a fucking amazing hentai you need to watch. You need to trust the bros there.
Of course.
And the bros need to trust you, because otherwise they're just not going to watch it. So I highly recommend watching this one show. It is hilarious. You're going to have a great fucking time.
Oh, I had a fucking fantastic... I'm not going to lie. I watched it twice just because it was so funny. I was like, there must have been other like nuggets that I missed along the way.
I did not watch it twice. One was enough to remind me of my shame.
All right, well then, last but certainly not least, let's go over Connor's final one, which is ℌ亜𝔫𝔱ằ𝔦.
Yo, okay, hold up. Before you say anything, all right? The animation on this is probably the worst I've seen in a long time.
It's pretty bad.
But goddamn, all these fucking stories hot as shit.
Not gonna lie though, man. The one thing that just I mean, look, first of all, I'm personally not that huge into MILFs, but I can appreciate like a good MILF when I see one, right? There were some hot MILFs in this one.
Dude, they were
right?
hot. They were hot.
But, not gonna lie, that second guy that came up kind of looks like you.
No, he
kind of looks like you.
No, he does not.
I looked at that, I'm like,
fuck
is
off.
this why Connor likes this? Because
I-
it's like,
I-
it's like an easy self-insert.
That had never occurred to me. I did not think that guy looked anything like him.
Like, look it up. Like, I don't know. Like, Moon, put up a picture. But like, I don't know. Out of all the hentai characters that I've seen, this one looks the most like you.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Don't you think?
I don't remember this, honestly.
It's like he's like kind of like lightly like ashy blonde hair.
No, he doesn't look
Same
like me.
haircut as you.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
No, he doesn't.
Out of every
That's bullshit.
out of all the hentai I've seen, he looks the most like you.
All right, so hot or not, Jerry?
It's okay.
Which means okay. Give me the pluses and minuses. Obviously, the animation. It's Queen Bee.
Okay, yeah, it's Queen Bee, so the
And
animation.
I hate Queen Bee. It's like it's a love hate. Like again.
Okay, the main mom with the short hair, hot.
She's hot as fuck.
Yeah, I there's something about short-haired milfs I really like.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice
Yeah,
taste.
I mean, like I said, I don't have much to say about this that I haven't already said because I feel like I would just be repeating myself. It's Queen Bee, cool premise, great character designs.
Dude, have you watched any of the other episodes of this hentai?
No.
There's one. There's one in like episode 4, and it's like a one shot, right? And like the premise is that like the mum who's sitting in the room, her daughter, the boyfriend comes over and is like, "Oh, mum, I'm sorry, but I'm really sorry, and I feel bad, but my dick won't fit in your daughter." Right? And she's like, oh, okay. And then he goes, "Can you please take a look at it and tell me if there's anything wrong with it?" And then obviously, he gets it out.
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Oh God, oh no." She's like, "I think you should hold it so you can feel it better." But he's playing innocent the whole time.
Right,
And then he's
right,
like,
right.
"I think you should like suck it as well." And then it's like, oh my God. It's so
I
fucking
couldn't
weird.
fucking get over the fucking bulges of the gym instructors though in the first one. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
I'm like, is that a penis or are you like smuggling a chihuahua in there? Like, I don't know, because that is, you might as well not be wearing pants
Yeah,
at that
yeah.
point.
Episode 2 sucks of this, but episode 1's good, dude. I think it's
Yeah.
hot, man. I love
I
episode
mean,
1.
yeah, like I said, it's very you. It's very
The story is amazing.
It's very Connor. I would say like I think the other Queen Bee anime was better.
I think
The other-
NTR's just hot, man. I don't know why. I'm gonna say it. NTR's hot in hentai.
No,
No, you don't agree?
No,
I
do not agree.
I do.
No.
I do not agree.
No, you don't think
NTR
so?
is white.
There's a reason why it's one of the most popular.
You are against rape, but you're okay with NTR.
Wait, NTR is cheating, right?
No, NTR is when there's like you have like a couple that have like a relationship or something,
Right.
and like the guy likes the girl, and the guy sees the girl get fucked.
Oh, I thought NTR was just for some reason I thought it was like a different kind of cheating.
No,
It's like- no,
There
it's-
is a tag for cheating.
Yeah,
oh,
that's-
cheating's hot in hentai.
There's this.
I'm gonna get shit for that.
I don't know about that cheating.
I get cheating in real life. Obviously, it's fucked up. Don't do
Yeah.
it. Wrong. In porn, when it's not hurting anyone, it's
Pretty
hot.
sure
No,
me
it
and,
is
me,
hurting.
and, me and Joey can't say that.
yeah, we can't say anything.
But no, because NTR
So
is.
also, in a relationship, you can't say that cheating in porn is hot.
No, I don't like it.
No.
No.
Oh man.
Yeah, I mean, personally, like cheating is just kind of like the same as NTR for me.
Yeah.
where it's like you're
Okay, I don't like NTR. That's my bad. I'm uncultured.
NTR is a step above where you're watching this guy fucking get emotionally and like destroyed. You're seeing his like life get
I think
destroyed
I watched
around
one
him.
like that, and that was like really fucking weird. And it was like this guy had videos of his wife fucking someone, and it was
Yeah.
it was fucking
Oh
weird.
yeah, I think I
It
might have
was
seen that
fucking
one.
fucked up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
NTR. And the difference between NTR and cheating is that if the guy's there or not.
Yeah, I don't want to see the guy.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
Well,
want.
then
I don't
that's
want to know
cheating.
he's
That's
a real
cheating.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah, the NTR is cheating, but the guy's there and she's
Yeah.
fucking
Well, 'cause
crying.
the reason why
but somehow he has a hard on.
Yeah.
Because I guess some
Yeah,
people
yeah,
like.
why is that?
Because some people like to get cucked. I
Why
guess
is that? So
Well,
much
okay.
NTR hentai. The
Because,
guy's like, he's having a cry wank. He's
Because
like,
because in a hentai, I think they all have like husbands, right? Like
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
And it's like because you don't see them, so I if I saw them, I'd feel
oh, you're talking
bad.
about the milfs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
MILFs.
yeah.
If I saw the husbands and they did like a quick, hey, here's Jerry, it's Sheila's husband, I'd be like, fuck, no, don't tell me that,
Right.
Because they don't exist in my mind.
Yeah.
And
Boy, but in this one, you do see the husband.
do you?
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
It's because like at the beginning, right? The short head.
Oh, they dropped them off.
Yeah. No. It's the short haired girl gets invited to join the dance club, right?
yeah.
And then she tells her husband like, "Hey, is it okay if I go to it?" And the
Yeah.
husband's like, "Yeah, go for it."
Yeah, but it's just hot seeing them be like, fuck, I'm really horny, but I shouldn't. But
I
okay, will.
the one thing that I couldn't fucking get over is the fact that like, and I think this is just a me problem, but like the guy, the short haired mom, how she like finally comes over the fact that like, oh, I'm about to get fucked by this gym instructor.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but the gym instructor, his voice is like reminds me of like an esports commentator. Like he's just like so, he's just like okay, so we're going to pull the pants down and insert the penis
in Japanese.
Yeah, that's the Japanese equivalent. It's like Japanese equivalent is like, can you feel the penis? It's entering you right now. Oh, look at that.
I think hentai is almost more enjoyable because I don't understand.
He's like, I completely forgot about that, but that did happen.
Yeah. He like over comments.
That was
everything.
He was literally fucking this girl, and he was like a play-by-play.
Yeah.
I do not remember any of this.
Like they could have been a fucking color commentary, like on the next. So
I
what do you think about this dick entering?
Yeah, it's like, how does it feel to have my dick inside of you? Okay, I'm gonna move slowly now. It's like, it's just fuck her, just fuck her.
I just thought the scene was really hot when the woman, the one in the black one, was just like, yeah, you see if you can join the club or not.
Oh, the instructor that looks like you? Yeah.
No. He doesn't fucking look like me.
He does look like you. That's why I couldn't get over it. I'm just like, this is hilarious.
Yeah, because I was trying to think of hentai that I like could like look back at and be like, okay, yeah, I normally, this is fine. And that was only one of them because a lot of them I just forget.
Yeah, the thing I didn't like about this is the group sex. I don't like group sex, man.
It's hit or miss with me.
It's a hit or miss for me as well.
Yeah.
Like it's like gangbang. It's a hit or miss for me. Sometimes if it's done well, it's good.
No, because I mean, group sex is tasteful gangbang in my mind.
Group sex is just gangbang, but just with extra girls. You know,
well, it's like
gangbang with attitude.
It's tasteful.
It's gangbang with organization.
I'll tell you what, group sex is just vanilla gangbang. Group sex is just for people who are just like, no, gangbang. That's got too much spice.
It's organized gangbang.
I like that it's very orderly. Everyone's partners are designated.
Yeah, he's like, choose a partner, everybody. All right, off you go. Do your own thing.
Group sex is just gangbang with a schedule. You know what I mean? It's this.
I like schedules. So
it's nice. It's nice and managed, but you know, at the same time, I don't know. Like we're talking about self-insert. I don't want to fuck girls in front of other dudes. You know what I mean? Especially if those dudes, especially if you know those dudes. That's
oh my God.
that's a level that I'm not comfortable with.
I don't particularly want to do that either. I'll be honest. You know, I mean,
but yeah, the thing I did like about this was, obviously the character designs. I like it when. Okay, I like it when the MILFs have pubes. I don't know, something about anime.
Yeah, it's realistic.
Something about anime vaginas when they take off their fucking pants and you see like their smooth ass vagina that's been that looks like it's been put through a fucking car buffer. You know what I mean? That's like the biggest fucking turn off for me, man. I don't know. Like I like a little pubes, especially with the mature girls.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was about to say. Like if it's like MILFs, then like. Without pubes, it just looks fucking weird. But every other time, like, I don't mind either way. But with MILFs, it's like, no, you need pubes.
Yeah, when I see, like, the Saitama head shine, but on, like, a fucking vagina, I'm like, that shouldn't be shining there, man. That's a place that should not be shining.
Like someone just got laser surgery done. Oh my God. So, to wrap up this horrible episode.
Yeah, that was a 5 out of 10 for me. I don't know, was it...
That was 7 out of 10 for me.
It would be like
it was like 4
out.
4 it was a better animated Queen Bee.
I would say again, it's Queen Bee. I'd rather read the source material.
It's a shame because I think like it would have been fucking amazing had it good animation. Like it would have been.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like it would have been like amazing.
Yeah.
It was
as with every Queen Bee.
No, not all. Some Queen Bees want them like this is animated shit and the story shit. Sometimes.
And maybe, but
like I said, they have like the best. They have the best stills and they have the best covers.
Yeah,
and it fucking sucks that Queen Bee stop animating the best source material. Queen Bee, please. That's all I beg of you.
Every time I see a new Queen Bee hentai, I'm just like, oh, cool, a new Dojin recommendation.
Don't listen to this guy. I want good animation in my hentai.
We want high quality HD.
I want my hentai Sakuga. Okay,
I prefer quantity over quality with it. You know.
No,
I don't because
you're the problem.
No, I'm not the problem.
I
am actually.
Yeah, you are the problem.
In your eyes, if that's a problem, it's a good thing for me.
You're the problem.
We need more hentai. So what I'm proposing is lower the budget, make more.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
This is exactly what happened to the anime industry. They were like, fuck quality.
I wish they swapped.
Yeah, it's like, fuck quality, give me more quantity. And then look what happened.
Yeah, I want this with hentai. I want you know when you see the seasonal schedule for anime and hentai, I want them swapped.
No.
No.
Yes.
What? Are you crazy?
No.
Yes.
I don't need fucking choice.
My penis can only get so erect.
I don't need fucking choice fatigue with my hentai, man. Like, there's already enough hentai as that is. I don't want to be like, I don't need the same problem with hentai as do with like fucking flicking through my Netflix catalog.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
I just fucking watch everything anyway.
I mean, yeah, let's be real. I'm going to watch everything anyway, but
I'm going to watch
the
everything.
less, the better, in my opinion.
You know, the only time I blatantly skip it is when I see like only lollies on the cover, and I'm like, enough of that.
Yeah.
Stop that.
No, no, I get that. If you see the cover and it's something you immediately know you're not gonna like, right? But here's the thing, right? If there's more quantity, right, then that just means there's gonna be more lolly hentai as well.
Well, I mean, I'm more shit for me to block.
Yeah, exactly. Know? So like, why would you struggle through that when you could just you pick the ones that it's just right?
This is a shitty argument.
Okay, well, this was an interesting episode.
This was a very heated and interesting episode.
So I want to ask then, not including your 3 that you recommended to the others, like out of the 6 that you watched, which one would you say is your favorite?
Mother knows breast.
No, listen to me. The one that's not your own. Which one's your favorite and which one's your least favorite?
Obviously, the fucking goblin one is the worst.
Okay.
All right, whatever the fuck.
So Kuroinu best. Okay, yeah.
No. I'm it doesn't even deserve to be ranked. Frankly, like it doesn't like it should have been deleted.
This is the exact reaction I was looking for.
And what's the second one that you suggested, Gone? The one with the fucking giga-long title?
I don't remember that one.
Oh, the with the
sadistic one.
Yeah, that was the best one.
That was the best one for you?
For sure.
I mean, for me, I'd say the best one is probably
Mother Knows Breast.
Shikoku no Shaga, the animation.
That's
just
because
it's fucking top tier.
Breast.
Yeah.
And the worst one, I'd probably say Mother Knows Breast.
Oh, come on.
I couldn't.
They fear for what they do not know.
I couldn't fucking get over the animation and the horrible penises.
Listen, it's actually okay. I did kind of half suggest it for the troll.
I know
because I know you guys know I love MILFs, but like it's been like 3 years since I've watched it. And I do remember being. Like,
you should probably rewatch it.
Yeah, you should probably.
I think you're looking at this through rose-tinted.
I think so. I
can recommend you better MILF hentai.
The third one you recommended is way better.
Yeah, because I remember saying about Gaunt's one, like the kid, it's like fucking a kid. But I'm pretty sure Mother Knows Best. The kid's like 15 or something as well.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
but he's like a teenager now. Yeah, right?
but I think because like when I was like 19, 18, 20, whatever, I was like, that's around my age. But
close enough.
Yeah, but I think now I watch it and I'm like, oh, that's a kid.
Yeah.
Fuck. I think it has legitimately been a very long time since I watched it. But I remember it's one of those things that like, it's the only title that is burned into my mind because it's such a good title.
Mother Knows Breast.
How can you forget that title, man?
Like, I will forget everything about the show except for the title.
I'm waiting for the comments now that'll be like that. Watch up.
Do you want to know a better Mother Knows Breast?
Sure.
That has a MILF in it and has a guy who's actually older and better animation.
Sure.
Also a great name. The Hills Have Size. Does that
write that down.
Does that sound familiar to you, Connor?
The Hills Have Size?
Yeah.
Like SIZE.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Hills.
Would have been better if it was The Hills Have Thighs. Just saying. Like.
But I mean, I know this one has a Japanese name, but it got licensed and it's uncensored as well. And it's not by Studio Milky.
Only 6,000 yen, boys, for the DVD. I'm kidding. No, I think I have actually seen this.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting for the comments. People who got like 30 minutes in who are like, Connor just contradicted himself, and now, fuck you, I fixed it right at the end. Fuck you.
Like I'm like going through this list, and I'm like, okay,
which one's the best, Con?
Which one's the best?
I feel like Gaunt was in the middle between us.
Yeah.
I mean, fitting for our
I think Gaunt's probably the most neutral out of all of us.
I mean, I just like a bit of
you like a little bit of everything, don't you?
A little something for everyone.
Listen, I know, right? I know I'm pretty normy when it comes to my taste.
Gaunt's the one that goes to like Dairy Queen and is like, "Can I have one of each, please?"
But like, I'm looking at Connor's list and I'm like, I can't.
What, Con? You can't what?
I can't in good faith pick a fucking milky.
Oh, come on!
Milky or Queen Bee show as the best.
This is why he's not bored.
What's my second one called? What's my second one called?
I also don't want to pick just the fucking harem anime.
Don't do that.
Can't say it. Kuroin is the favorite.
Okay, here's the thing. Okay,
say it.
So the best hentai out of everyone out of Joey and Connor's is Kuroinu.
Yes.
No, it's not.
The worst.
You're trolling.
The worst hentai is Kuroinu.
You're trolling, bro.
Correct answer.
What was my second? Wait, what was my second one called? I don't even know how to pronounce that. What is it called, Joey?
Houkako no Yutose.
That one. That's one of those.
If you pick-
that's like evergreen for me. I can no matter when you turn that shit on, I'm like, I
If
got
you
time.
if you pick Succubus Stayed Life, I'm like, easy choice.
Well,
Yeah.
easy because Succubus Stayed Life, right, is too easy.
Yeah, that's an easy choice.
Because if I do that, it's gonna be that fucking picture of those 3 kids sitting around with a like, I agree.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
it's too good.
We
to
could have,
pick.
I could have easily done that if I picked like Monk It's Happening, right? I was like, yeah,
Right,
of
like
course. Everyone likes that one.
I recognize that because that came out recently, and then I watched that, and I'm like, oh, this is the better version. But also, I do like the characters a little better in that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Right. So, I mean,
I think I'm right.
I think
I'm always right.
I think Connor once again has the most like I don't know you.
I like what I like, Don. And I
You
don't
like what
pretend
you
to hide
like,
it. I
and you
pretend to hide it.
you don't go outside of that mold at all.
yeah, Connor
Listen.
once again has the most jaded opinion.
No, listen, because you see stuff, right, in porn, right? And you know if it does something for you.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Nothing does it for me.
No, look,
like a good MILF, dangerous situation.
Look, one thing I appreciate about you is that you've got your priorities straight in terms of what you like.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you know exactly what... Like, you're that one guy...
I have no qualms.
You're that one guy who goes to a buffet and knows immediately where to go.
You're the guy who just has optimized even your porn. you go to a
You've
buffet.
optimized the porn tags.
Yeah, you have like an entire menu, and you're like, I know what I want. I don't need to see the menu.
Yeah,
you know
and,
what I mean?
And there's people out there who would be like, wow, Connor, that's so boring. Fuck you. I'm happy. Are you happy? Going through the vomit porn section? Are you happy?
Whereas I'm like, just give me one of everything, and depending on the mood, I might like something different on the day. I don't know. Like
This again comes to the fact that I think that you're like, you stress about like everything, right? With like media, right?
What do you mean?
You cannot decide what you want to watch. Right?
because I like everything, and I like nothing at the same time.
On purpose, I will just pick the fucking first thing I see that closely resembles what I want, so I don't fuck around.
Right.
I'm not here to dilly dally.
But you've optimized.
But like for me, the reason it's important to me is because I know how like to me, like if I watch the same thing, I'm gonna get bored of that stuff, and then it's not gonna hit as hard. You know what I mean?
This is the genius of being like fucking.
Shut up, Joey. I didn't have to look at you.
This is the.
I was this close to saying it.
This is the genius. I swear I have like early onset Alzheimer's or some shit because I forget half the shit that happens, and it's amazing because I go back and I rewatch it and I'm like, still new, baby.
You should go back and watch the 3 that you recommended there.
I honestly, I know I don't want to watch Mother Knows Breasts again because I know I'm gonna go back and be like, why the fuck did I pick this?
Because
I know I am.
the thing about Mothers No Breast,
I picked it for the meme.
Is
Yeah,
that
of course.
it's just bad, and it's not even like so bad that I can laugh at it. It's just
No,
like,
it is funny.
It is just
But the bath
bad.
scene, I remember the bath scene being hot. Okay, to be fair, any hentai that is like 5 out of 10 immediately becomes an 8 out of 10 if there's an onsen or bath scene involved. You don't think bath sex is hot?
It's whatever.
No.
Oh, come on.
It's
You
whatever.
don't gotta clean up shit.
It's whatever, man. Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm not gonna complain if it pops up, but I'm also not gonna be like, this doesn't have a bath scene. 3 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't really find bath sex that
What
hot.
is your favorite place then? What is your favorite
You
scenario?
need a fucking setting now?
Yeah, what's your favorite setting? Like what school? Anything, right? Like bedroom.
Ryokan.
Ryokan?
Yeah, Ryokan's my favorite.
That's one step away from an onsen. Come
No,
on, man.
Ryokan.
Yeah, but Ryokan ones are
There's
hot.
a big difference between onsen and bathroom.
I mean,
There is. There's a massive difference. Like,
Don, come on, there has to be a setting that you
No,
like.
I don't think there's.
There has to be a setting where you see it pop up in the scene. You're like
a darkly
Yeah.
lit Ryokan room is like.
I agree.
will do it for me.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, I find them both hot for me. I mean, bath sex for me, I find equally as hot as like everything else. For me, it's all about the scenario and the dynamic.
For me,
Like,
as long as it's inside, I don't care.
like
Like,
set-
I'm not really into the outside stuff.
setting, I
You
don't
like
really.
outside? Man, it's
Nah.
danger though. It's danger. What do you
Yeah,
get caught, Joey? What do you get caught?
Dude, no, I'm here to jack off. I don't fucking care. Just do it inside where I don't have to worry.
Connor's about that fucking danger wank.
Yeah, you're in the danger
No wonder
zone.
you fucking Chromecast publicly porn in your mother's house.
It's about confidence. Right? If you fuck up, I have the confidence to know that I'll figure it out.
I don't want to deal with that shit, man. Like, anyway, let us know in
That
the
just
comments
sounds like
below
a-
what you liked. Which one was your favorite and least favorite out of the ones we recommended?
Why was it Mother Knows Breast?
Why was
I'm
it not
curious to
Mother's
know.
Nose Breast? Hey, also, thanks to our lovely patrons, you guys put money into episodes like this. I hope you're happy.
Hope you're happy with the uncensored version, patrons.
Yes, that's right. If you go onto the Patreon right now, patreon.com/trashtaste, then you can check out this episode uncensored, where we will also put up the fully uncensored clips of all the scenes
of everything we're talking about, because this episode, for the vanilla version of this episode,
this is the vanilla version,
is probably going to be, very heavily edited.
If you like the rum and raisins version, go over to our Patreon.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, send us your memes on Twitter and the subreddit. I know you guys. I don't have to tell you guys to do it. You will do it. There's going to be so much. Our subreddit is it's going to go from Hololive to just hentai.
Oh, there's going to be so many NSFW memes on our subreddit now, isn't there?
Reddit's going to be like,
oh god. We're going to scroll down the Trash Taste subreddit, and it's just going to be all blurred images. You know what I mean?
Oh my god. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Don't worry, next episode will be properly safe for work, or a little more safe for work than this one.
Yes.
But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. And I've been Joey, and I've been with the two horny boys, and
we've been the men of culture.
We've been the men of culture. Good day to you, my ladies, and we'll see you in the next episode.
Fuck the goblin one. Fuck
Bye.
That. Fuck that.